It is still Middas, the 29th of Rain's hand, as the Forsaken Winds and the squad of Glassguard elites gifted by the Creation Queen, Alaya, have infiltrated Talonreach Keep in Daenor, the capital of Durast and heart of King Zavar's tyrannical rule. After overtaking Moira's semi-abandoned lab, the specialty holding prison, and then the Hall of Statues, you all continue to push through this gauntlet of tower defense on your way up the keep, your ultimate goal being to get to the top and either engage with Zavar nearby or draw him to you, ultimately to take him down and end his reign. So for now, the clash in the lower floors continues. And as we resume things here on this map, throw initiative back up here, and it is the top of initiative, so our tactician can make an adjustment.
I need to see the initiative. It goes Jiri. Oh, we really are all separated up fully. Okay. I was wondering. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull Roulette to go before me.
Okay.
I want to give her some options on this field.
All right, Roulette with a quick command from Tactician Telperion up ahead,
But after
higher
Jiri,
than you.
I think.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. So Roulette, you're ready to go, but you're on deck. Jiri leading off initiative here.
Wowza. Okay.
Warding wind still surrounding you.
Yeah, and we had said prior to this that we need to start clearing things off the board. Because can you remind me, just like damage to like any of these characters?
Yeah.
Do we have any that are looking bloody to Jiri that look like easy targets?
This one is looking nearer to death. The one right next to you has taken a hit or two, but is not majorly damaged.
Okay. Either way, I'm gonna start by.
Yeah, I was gonna also clarify. Yeah, that knight up on the stairs, also nearby, has taken some serious damages and is in trouble.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna start by hydro pumping his horse again.
Operation Wet Horse.
Perfect.
Operation
I
Horse
just want
Fall.
this guy to fall down the stairs so bad.
Operation Soaking Saddle.
Bad
Yes.
save. The horse does go prone, and they will fall, tumbling down and into your warding wind once again. Out of curiosity, the rider himself is not knocked off his horse, but he's still technically prone with his horse, so he fell alongside it, but is still keeping close to him, not separated.
What does he cast? Does anyone remember?
He did a Dispel Magic. He did he do a Fireball? I don't remember.
I believe he has done a Fireball. He did a Blight to the Glassguard most recently, and the Glassguard are looking, they're heaving. Their form is starting to separate a little bit. They're not doing great.
Okay. I'm willing to take an opportunity attack from this guy to use up his reaction, and I'm gonna go attack the guy while he's prone.
Okay, he will go ahead and try and spear you as you walk away.
Disadvantage as Daisy pokes at him.
Okay.
Okay, should I take a big old swig of a healing potion and give you time to deal with other stuff and not just worry about me?
I'm planning to heal you on my turn.
Okay.
It's not going to be huge.
Yeah, so Jiri, it looks like 7 points of piercing coming at you, as even though Daisy gets her arm out there, the guy was pretty quick with his poke and manages to potentially clip you.
I want to keep my bracer charges for the boss battle, so I will take the 7.
Okay. 7 points from you, but you do close in with the Spell Rider.
Yep, and then I'm going to attack at advantage because he's prone.
Indeed.
Is the Infernal Sphere in front of me a light with charges of flame still?
It has used 2, so it's a sort of dimmed light, but it does still have the capability to use at least 1.
Oh.
All right. 18. My best
with
roll.
An 18, the Spell Rider will throw up a shield that coats his form and prevents your sword from making it through to him there.
That's a reaction burn.
It is a reaction burned, and a 31 will cut through that arcane shield. For how much damage?
30?
Looks like 30.
30?
Yep, perfect. With 30 damage, you basically cleave through all the mage armor of this individual. You see it starting to try and puff away, and you just gash him across the stomach and expose organs, viscera. He is very nearly dead.
And then who's going after me? Let's see. Relax. All right, I'm gonna go over here and flank.
Okay.
I think that should be. Let's see.
Sorry, how bad is that mage looking?
He's close to expiring. So yeah, Jiri, that should be fine. Getting back over there.
That's my turn.
So Roulette, with a command from Telperion, you're able to seize a moment to go right away.
I'm gonna float 5 feet in the air really quick because I saw Jiri shooting up there. How hale and hearty do these gentlemen at the top of the stairs look? The baddies.
One of them has still, even in the face of this combat, not moved from his post. He looks uninjured, untouched. This guy had just left his post and also looks uninjured, untouched. The mage looks very poor, scrapped, tattered robes, blood visible everywhere. This one has barely been injured. So most of the knights are providing a very sheltering wall around the fragile mage right now.
Okay. Having seen the horsey wizard use his shield, I'm going to take this opportunity to reach in and grab Mordecai's wisp, and I am going to do a little point out, and I will cast a fireball over that door, essentially.
Okay.
All those fellas.
You are welcome to consume your wisp of wildfire, and as you gesture and intend for it to go over, you see almost from your very being this golden flame expel from you, and this small little canary of golden flame just darts over in that direction and then starts flapping its wings and is consumed as this torrent of golden fire erupts in that direction. They will make their saves.
18 is what the thing is telling me.
The guy on the left will barely succeed. That guy on the bottom will not. And the guy on the right will succeed. And then the battle mage here. Oh, gotta reload.
I think even if
Daisy's immune to psychic damage, right?
Anything he can do about this as a reaction? No, he cannot. So, dex save.
I think it's
Quite a few Dexy saves, as they're far enough away for them to at least position themselves well as they see this magical canary flaming toward them. But yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
I think that's enough for the mage, though.
14 on that night, 14 on that night, and then 28 on the bottom night.
Run, that's so much damage.
The mage, having succeeded, taking 14 damage. In the aftermath of the explosion, his face is seared, his robes are currently burning away and exposing chest and undergarments underneath, and he drops to the ground, clutching his chest and heaving breaths, but he is still alive. Very
Great.
effective spread of damage, though, with an action. What do you got left for Roulette?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will sneak over here, knowing that the knight in front of me had already reacted, and I'm just going to give Daisy a chance to spear this guy right in the liver. And Daisy will attack. I might have to click this twice. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely advantage.
25 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 force damage.
With 6, he is bloodied with that strike. So you guys are working through that knight's health.
End of turn.
Telperion.
Oh Christ! All right. I would like to start things out with this thing in front of me. Has the sphere taken a lot of damage?
It seems uninjured so far. It has used some of its infernal engine capabilities, but it has not been damaged yet.
All right. Can I use the first of my attacks, to I'd like to bonus action quick toss. No. All right. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use one of my attacks to try to mind sliver the mage.
Okay. Looking through the chaotic avenue in front of you and target him. Absolutely.
That's an
He will make
18
a int
intelligence.
save.
Yeah.
Targeting a wizard is a risky move. He does have some fortitude of mind. Here's his roll. 18.
That's it.
So potentially just meets your DC unless there's anything you guys have available to reduce a save by anything or something. But
No, it's not worth it. Fuck. Well, okay, that's fine. I will instead use my bonus action to quick toss a sliver at him.
okay. Unless you move away from the sphere, a quick toss in range of a melee combatant will be at disadvantage.
Okay, I'm gonna hang on to that. I'm gonna use my second attack to try to grapple the sphere in front of me.
Okay, go ahead and roll athletics check. And it will do a strength check to resist. Ooh, bad roll on its part.
21, I think.
Absolutely. So you're able to grasp it and prevent it from moving anywhere.
Can I carry it to the banister and then try to drop it off?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll spend 20 feet of your movement to move with it 10 feet down. But then, yeah, you're already holding it and dragging it with you, and you're able to throw it overboard.
Don't need this in my way.
And it's a 25-foot drop to the ground. It'll make an acrobatics check, which it does succeed, taking half the damage. But go ahead and roll 2d6 for me.
I can roll my metal 2d6 anymore without my greatsword. 6 damage in total on that.
Okay, so it takes the 6 damage and hoping for prone, but as it lands, it just reorients itself very rapidly. It's not prone, but meaningfully moved and damaged.
Then I have one attack left, but I can't really use it without getting something in my hand to throw. So really I think, well, can I quick toss? To pull out a sliver, can I pull out both slivers and then throw one with my last attack and then throw the other with a quick toss? Bonus
I would
action?
say yes, because you haven't interacted yet here. So dropping your saber, object interaction for the first
yeah.
action, and then bonus action with quick toss, you're able to interact with it as part of the attack action.
Well, actually, so I'll save the quick toss and just do my first interaction sliver at the mage.
Then yes, you're absolutely able to do that.
All right, and this is also a +10. 21.
21 will hit.
All right, that's just a d6, I think, +5. A d6 +5, right?
He's sort of choking up blood and reeling from the burns
8.
he just took, but he's trying to mutter an arcane word of defense, but your thing strikes him before he can get it out.
8 slashing damage to his neck and jaw.
As it cuts into his neck and jaw, it just continues past him and he drops to the ground.
Fuck yeah.
Dead.
All right, and then I do have one bonus action. How far is that man on the ledge from me? More than 50 feet.
Yeah.
What's my range on Kair? My bonus action.
60.
Yeah,
Because it's
because
Mage
my
Hand
Kai's
60
empowered.
enhanced with your telekinetic.
Can I
reach.
try to pull him off the ledge towards me?
Yep, absolutely. Being against a banister. Actually, I let that work for Jiri, so no advantage on his save. So he'll just make the straight save. Strength save?
Oh, 18.
That'll be a fail. With a quick yank, he's been pretty happy over there to just cock and reload and fire crossbow bolts the whole time. But you are able to pull him off, and he will drop 25 feet to the ground. Acrobatics / dex check. He will succeed on it, preventing prone. So go ahead and roll 2d6 and he'll take half.
8.
Okay, so he takes some damage, but is able to right himself pretty quickly, not knocked fully to the ground.
Technically, that's 3 enemies dropped in different ways. And then I say to the Glass God, Glass God, can you get in the hole and take a defensive stance for just a moment? Hold tight. And then I need to use the last 20 feet of my movement to move away. So I'm going to just skitter this way. I can't kitty corner, really, can I? Can I?
No, you will need to go fully horizontal before going down.
Because I couldn't, like, jump that, and, like...
You potentially could. The problem is you've expended 20 feet of your movement, so it costs another 5 feet to sort of climb up on the banister, and then you can try and jump. Do you have the Boots of Boost and Blaze on and attuned? Okay,
no,
so
I'll just
then
get
that's
to this
going to
little
start.
spot and hang out.
Okay, yeah, that'll be simpler for rules at least.
With some range, at least. And I'll try to duck behind that banister.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely give yourself half cover from most of the people downstairs. Okay. If that'll do it for you, the Glass Guard will take their turn and he'll say, "You heard the tactician. Form up. But before we retreat, one final volley. Hold. Aim. Loose." And you see Netheni and her 4 assistants switch to their javelins that they've restored over the last combat, and they will throw a series of javelins down at the spell rider at the bottom of the stairs. Spell rider will need to make a dex save or take some damage, and shield is not going to help him with this venture. And as a series of javelins impale the horse and spell rider, they are slain. And then the Glass Guard will quickly retreat and file into this dark small hole and disappear from sight. Effective couple turns so far in this combat. Tobirama, you are up.
Okay. We are going to left or right, left or right. Let's go. I don't have a meaningful way to get that, so let's go left here. One spot.
Yep.
And I'm going to make a melee spell attack against this knight.
Flanking grants you advantage on your Kelemvor's Kiss.
Alright.
Still concentrating on that silver mist of water-bending energy.
Yeah, and I just shove it right in his face with a 23.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I just realized I missed with one sliver on the mage and then hit with a different kind of sliver on the mage.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
20 necrotic damage.
20.
Yeah.
And you had
roll.
upcast that to
To
fourth
fourth
level,
level.
right? Which implies how many dice are being rolled?
4d6.
Is it
And that was a very
4d6?
high roll for me.
Very nice. Yeah, so
and
he
I
will take
get
the. Did you say 20 damage?
20 necrotic damage, and I will heal 10.
Indeed. And you see life energy siphoned from him, and you do bloody him with that attack.
And then from this position, I can just see the tip of Telperian's head there.
You can see a little horn peeking out.
And I will target you with a healing word of what level? I'm gonna do a. Oh, here, give me just a second.
I just want to say hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, all Michaels.
hear Toby. I hear Toby start the healing word, and I look at him.
That was Morgan's dad. Second level doesn't really do me a whole lot with just one extra d4, and I don't want to spend higher. So it is going to be a first level, but there's a bunch of modifiers to boost it.
You good, buddy?
I've rolled a 4, so that's 14 healing to Telperion.
Oh, we love it.
Solid.
And then I am going to
Almost a half.
start moving my way up the stairs. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, and kind of hang out there.
Perfect.
And that'll be my turn.
I'm going to say this knight, although he has his reaction available, didn't strike it yet. He's got his hands full with Roulette and Daisy pinning him in right now. Perfect. You take your turn, move there. Soldier's turn. Who is he going to target? I think he's going to target the person running up the stairs. So he's going to try and... Actually, he's going to not move. Quickly cocking and aiming to grant himself advantage on the strike. Bonus action, forfeits his movement this turn, and then a crossbow bolt coming at you, Toby.
That
25 to hit
hits.
for 7 piercing, and I need a
Concentration.
concentration. Yep.
Plus 12 on this save. So unless I roll a 1, I rolled a 10, so concentration success.
Perfect. That will be his turn. No movement available. So now we're to the knight's turns. Did you get eyes on him? Yeah, they went in that. Grab it! And this knight will run to the portable hole, scooping it up and running back and handing it to this individual. That individual will run over here and be allowed through this door by this knight and will rush out of the map, fleeing with that portable hole. This knight will move here and take a very defensive stance. Infernal Sphere's turn. And it will also be prioritizing the one trying to ascend, getting upward into the tower. So it will go into a rollout, zooming around rapidly and toward you, Toby. I need a dex save from you, please.
Not as good. But I rolled a 16, so 18 dex save.
That is a success, so you'll take half the damage. So just looks like 8 bludgeoning damage, and you are not knocked prone. But that will do it for its turn. Yep. And then we're back to top of initiative count. Tactician change.
What even makes sense? Anything else? Oh,
I don't think there's
does
any.
anyone need something? I'll just say this: does anyone need something they can't have until someone else goes? I'll leave it.
I'll say out of fairness, Christopher, the 2 knights by Daisy and Roulette and Jerry did not go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I was looking at the top and I missed them. Yeah, sorry about that. We're going to keep things simple there. Roulette, when you had moved, you did not hurt this night, right? Daisy did?
Daisy hurt that night, yes.
Okay. Then they're going to turn and face Daisy and try and break this strange construct. So a couple attacks potentially at advantage per flanking coming Daisy's way.
Yeep.
Guy on the left attacking first. Multi-attack. A 20. And then a 20 for 7 and then 10. So 17 total piercing damage to Daisy.
Hit and a hit.
And then the guy on the right will go.
I'm happy to cancel that out. I'm within 30
Don't bother.
feet.
She's down.
Okay.
Don't bother. Don't waste it. She's down, regardless.
Okay. So as they start bashing and spearing into Daisy, they're encouraged by their success in the first strike or two, and they just double down, and then they do bash Daisy down, and you see the flickering light of her inner workings go inert as she falls. So now, apologies, it is a tactician change can happen, and then it is Jiri's turn to kick off this round.
No change.
Okay, Jiri, you are up.
All right, Jiri is going to run to, I believe this space is going to get me within 30 feet of at least 4 characters.
Okay.
30 feet
I
or
don't
60
think
feet?
there's 30. I need to be within 30, as many as I can.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's any way for me to get this guy in that 30-foot cube and then lose
Agreed.
this guy.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go to this position right here, and then Jiri is going to unleash
At
his.
least this one guy will take an attack of opportunity against you as you move there.
Yep. Go ahead. We'll do that first.
21 to hit for 7 piercing damage.
Um,
Oh, and
Sorry.
actually, would you make a 2 constitution saves? One for the previous strike that I forgot about, and then this one.
True. I mean, it's not
On
really
warding
doing much for
wind.
me, but I'm gonna lose it anyways because I. No, actually, no, I won't. All right. All right. Here's the first one.
Okay, success on the first.
Ow.
We used to watching Roulette and Toby do these and not worry
Right.
about it.
So you hang on to your warding wind.
Not really doing much for me. Anyways, I'm gonna get to this spot, and then Jiri is going to unleash his key sheath, and it's full force. Targeting
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4. Casting Steel Wind Strike. He will teleport behind each of these characters, as he'll disappear into a mist or a fog, kind of like when he does gaseous form, and he'll kind of quickly zigzag to each of them and then reform
With the
slash
rules
through
of
them.
this,
Yeah.
with the rules of this, does it count as a melee spell attack?
Make a melee spell attack.
Okay, so because of positioning, you are able to make this attack with advantage against the sphere and
Probably just
against
this knight.
this one knight. So 2 of these attacks are going to be able to be advantage.
Sweet. And he'll say, "Sorry, kid, nothing personal," as he appears behind each of them.
Very cool. So go ahead and roll your call. You can roll the damage once and it'll apply to everyone, or you can roll 4 individual things. But actually, I forgot that we'll need
I gotta do the
individual
attack.
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do them all separate real quick. All right, so this would be plus my because it's a spell attack. It's not my sword attack. It'd be plus
Correct.
11 for my spell.
Yep.
My
Yeah. +6, +5.
my
Yep.
modifier.
Yeah. So who's the first target?
The first this one right here.
Okay.
Bottom right.
A 18
Wait a
plus 11 is absolutely hit.
And then the damage is
Like 5 or
60
60
10.
Yeah.
60 10.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Love that.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Let's see. 6 of these. 0. Roll. 20 damage to the first one.
It looks
rolled
like
20
D6s.
Oh yeah. So yeah, go ahead and completely redo that roll. Yeah. 60 10.
34 damage.
here.
Much more.
So instead of him being alive, he is perfectly with 34 hit points slain with
Wow.
that. Go ahead and describe how you kill this one in front of Roulette.
Yeah, Jerry just teleports from behind him and then just sword right through the back before winking at Roulette and then disappearing and teleporting off to the next
Okay.
one.
So the next knight, not at advantage.
Okay, just one roll, a 16.
16. This guy, seeing your presence nearby, is able to get his shield defensively up, almost luckily, barely in time.
Didn't he take
16.
a... Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing a reaction.
No,
Never
he's
mind.
not. It's no reaction. He's just able to defend against that. His AC is higher than 16 for that specific entity.
Misses him, and then I go to this guy, the
This
sphere.
one is advantage.
Oh,
Wow.
12d10.
Critical hit.
Yeah, so
Oh,
go ahead
no.
and roll 12d10 force damage.
12d10.
Boys, take cover.
Oh, yeah.
Who has one
This
charge?
this one does have one charge left.
That's fine. I've got fire resistance.
Yeah.
It was undamaged though, minus that fall, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
Holy shit! With 63,
I don't know if I can tell
I didn't know you had this thing ready to go.
I knew it was this turn or next turn. I was like, I know we're getting close.
any unused DC that damage. Okay. You do in fact slice through the sphere,
Wow.
and in two halves, it kind of bowls. Blink, blink,
Yeah.
blink, and in one of the halves, an
Straight
infernal
down the middle.
engine uses its last charge to detonate. So I need Jiri, who's in that space at that time, as well as Toby, to both make a dex save.
19.
And concentration checks.
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
Potentially, yes.
Teleporting out of there.
Both of you will succeed, taking only half the damage, so 6 fire
I'm
damage,
resistant to fire, so that'll be 3 for me.
3 damage to Toby, but still concentration,
Still
check technically.
check.
Jiri, 6 damage and concentration check while you're still actively doing Steel Wind Strike.
25 on concentration.
Okay, so you're good there.
Damn, Jerry,
And
what are
you're
you doing?
good.
3 20s in
Yeah.
a row?
Oh,
Jesus.
That's
That's a
absolutely
1 in
insane.
8,000 chance, or 1 in
So you
800
do-
chance.
Slay that sphere, bisecting it, and then you're welcome to make your final attack roll on this guy. No advantage on this one.
If you get a 20, then you hacked the roll 20 code.
probably. 11. 14, 24.
This one's not at advantage, so it'll just be that first 14.
Oh, sorry. 14.
But,
Darn.
but even with his chainmail, you do slash him, but you sort of zipping around, you just barely offshoot this one, so the tip of your sword just kind of scrapes his chainmail, but doesn't cut through it. So he will avoid damage on that one specifically, and then you appear within 5 feet of him there.
Yeah, up here, right there.
Perfect.
Wait, is this one? How's this one looking again?
He is bloodied, but you did miss him with that specific attack roll.
Roulette, would you like some advantage? Because I can appear here instead.
I would love that.
All right, I'm gonna go there then.
Okay.
Will this
Perfect.
move be legal later?
Hmm?
Will this move be legal?
Yeah, because you can just move diagonally one to start and then go there. So yeah, it should be.
Cool.
And
Good
1,
minute.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it should be. Cool. Action. Movement or bonus action.
And I will just blast this guy right in front of me.
Okay.
I can't really do anything else.
That'll be a fail. He will take a couple points of bludgeoning and be
Should have
knocked
blasted
prone.
him before I steal one striked, but whatever. 4 damage.
4 damage.
You have super advantage now.
Yep.
Elven
It is your
accuracy.
turn, Roulette.
I will step forward and, as a little object interaction, I will collect Daisy's stuff into a nice little neat pile. And then I will look up with eyes of pure hatred. Well, actually look down because the man is prone and wet. And I'm going to take 2 swings at this dude.
certainly at advantage. Your arcane weapon's still up and radiating electricity on a nice wet target. Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
22 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Yep, absolutely hits.
Let's see if this button works, baby.
2d6 plus 5 plus 2d4 plus 1d6 plus 5.
Yep, it worked. 21 damage on the first one.
You cut through his chainmail underneath his vestment scabbard, or tabard, I guess. And you're welcome to make another attack. He is hanging in there, but looking really, really rough.
Swing.
And
24.
this might do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Me high rolls. 24 damage.
How do you kill this knight?
I feel like I nudge Daisy's head right next to his, and then I just like stab him through the side of the head.
Perfect. You take retribution on him for your lost companion.
That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to start stepping over this. Well, yeah, I'm like floating above it a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to start making my way up these stairs. That's action. I don't think I have any bonus actions to use because I don't have any spells I want to use. Yep, that's it.
Perfect.
Oh, I will have.
Oh yeah.
I have a little like in my backpack. I would have. Actually, Daisy's. I'll figure that out after.
Yeah, you can have scooped up Daisy. That's available. She kind of almost reverts back to the object form when she dies. So yeah, you can have her on you. Her remains on you.
Mucho apreciado.
Okay.
So I come run around the corner. My feet are like, because of the launch strider, there's like, I'm picturing like almost like little force fields, like Invisible Woman for a sec, as I'm like sprinting at this dude. And as I'm running at him, I'm going to do this like technically action, then bonus action attacking. So I'm going to use Mind Sliver, but also reach out and be ready, doing a psionic bonus action pull towards me. So the thing procs first. And, but he just gets this like physical mental jolt as I try to bring him towards me.
Yeah, hitting him with telekinetics and telepathics simultaneously, disrupting his mind. So I'll make the int save here and then the strength save.
Minus a d4.
That's a fail.
That's
a fail on both parts.
But I just wanted to be safe.
What's the minus d4 for? I'm sorry, because of the mind sliver. Got it.
Which I believe is 2d6. 3d6. Yeah.
Yep. 3d6. Yep.
12.
With 12, you nearly bloody him, but he's holding on.
Well, importantly, he's within reach now, so I'll use Kiramar and just do a regular swing at Kiramar now with Kiramar.
Okay.
Against this friend. 25 or 26 to hit. Maybe.
Will definitely hit. He's not able to get his shield up in time.
And then that's 10 damage.
10 force. Okay.
And then the last attack coming at him. 26.
Does hit.
What is Kiramar? Plus 10 to 12.
D12 plus
26. That's
5
good.
plus 2.
And then 8 plus 5 is 13 damage.
13. With those 2 strikes, you do bloody him, but he's hunkering down in place.
And I'll just yell towards everyone, hurry, charge up the stairs. They took the glass guard. And I am out of stuff, so I pause here.
Okay. Toby.
They have to roll pretty crazy high to save on that. Or I could just hit. Yeah. Coming in hot to help out my boy Telperion, knocking an arrow while I'm running, and I will let loose at this soldier.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Plus 11. Dang, not a 20. 30 to hit.
Does hit. He's focusing all his effort trying to parry away Telperion strikes with his shield, but he's not able to, and then you hit him from the side with this arrow.
I rolled so low. 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing. It gets him right in the side. You think it goes through part of the chainmail and into a rib, and it's just poking out now.
Nothing for a bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. It will be the soldier's turn, who will once again cock, aim, and fire at you, Toby, running up the steps. Natural 1, natural 2 aren't going to do it even with advantage. So that one just goes whizzing by. Oh, that's funny because I hid that one knight who was the initiative, the one bound to initiative. That's really funny. So we're going to switch these for... Make sure their health is correct. Okay. Knight's turns. It is just these two left. They're just going to do what they can. Moving around Telperion and then finally rushing in. A set of flanking multi-attacks coming at you, Telperion. 4 attacks with advantage from these guys.
Probably shielding to 25 if they hit 20.
Actually, not a huge difference, but they're going to drop their spears and draw long swords just for potentially a more effective close range combat option. Guy on the left first. 15 ain't going to do it. 25 might.
Ah, only 6. Only
Shield
6.
that.
And then, so potentially 6 damage. And then the guy on the right. 22, potentially. Decision.
This is a decision point. Yeah, I'll use it. I got the charges.
Okay. So you're able to defend that one. And then final attack. Nope. So only one cutting through, but mixed between your sword play and staff play, you fight off all the other strikes, taking only 6 damage. And you're not concentrating on anything, are you? Okay.
No. Like, I was concentrating on comprehend languages, but I never bothered to save it earlier.
Oh, sure. Infernal Sphere was slain, bisected. That will do it. Back to top of initiative count. Tactician change?
It's interesting. Jiri can go first. Everyone's there. Nope, I'll leave that.
Okay, Jiri, you're up.
All right. So how far away is Shaggy? We've never really established. how
Yeah,
far
so
away
I'd
he
say
went.
I'm gonna say he's 80 feet off screen.
All right. He will dash back to me using. Giving him 180.
Yep.
He'll use 80 to get to me.
Okay.
I will use
80,
half my
80
movement.
plus 30 because he was 80 feet off screen, so 110 to get there all the way to you.
Okay. I'll hop on him for half my speed.
Okay. You are welcome to do so.
Then I have 70 left.
Indeed.
I will get to here.
Perfect.
Because the glass guard went in this direction, right? To the upper floors.
Yeah, they were taken through these doors by a knight, the portable hole in their control right now. As you're flying off in that direction, if you close in within distance of this guy, he will... Oh, actually, no, he can't Lance Master right now. So, okay.
Thankfully, that is the case, and that's as far as I can get for now. But I will go after them next turn.
Okay.
And then I will use my 2 attacks on this guy.
Perfect. Yep, go ahead, and you are
Roll.
flanking.
Slash him twice.
Go for it. Advantage both strikes.
Oh man.
19.
19.
19. He will parry that, boosting his AC from 18 to 21 to dodge that one. Although, as you connect with the metal shield, it does zap him for some lightning damage, even on a miss. So 4
Alright.
lightning.
Again.
That'll clean hit for 18 damage.
18, yeah.
And you do bloody that knight with that hit.
And then I will Hydro Pump this one.
The one behind Telperion?
Yep.
Okay.
Do I do a swift, cool duck and dodge? The water blasts behind me.
Yes.
That'll fail, so he will go prone.
Nothing like a successful Hydro Pump for damage.
Love that.
Well, you're rolling hot, Jerry.
What was that?
You're rolling hot.
Well, that
Maybe
one
please.
hit missed. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Could be better. But I do like the visual of you ducking and then this guy getting blasted right in the face with some water and falling over.
I have a cool shield on, and I feel like there's like prismatic light as the water like blast like goes on my shield. Jerry, I would have gotten wet if I hadn't had the shield up. But thank you.
I was kind of aiming for you. Good thing you ducked.
Falling prone in water, you see blood just heavily mixing with the water already. That guy is, sorry, not slain, but very, very, very low.
Oh, the dream of killing somebody with a Hydro Pump.
I wish I had gone before roulette, because I can maybe finish these guys off and let you do something more meaningful, but you can help me with them too.
You're talking to me?
So if that'll do
That's
it for Jiri, it will be Roulette's turn.
Kurt, are you ready for a roulette question? Is Dread Iron inherently magical?
It is inherently magical, yes. It is a magic item, although it's always weird when I talk about Mithril or Adamantine or Dread Iron in this case, because it's kind of a magic item, but I always envision it as a physical item that was the result of a magical process. But yes, for now we'll say it's a magical item.
Has no impact on my turn. I was just wondering.
Yep.
And I will take
Love
two. I will take 2 swings. It has impact for later, but not for this.
Okay.
I will take 2 swings at little soldier boy down here.
Okay.
Oh, not at advantage.
Correct. But
28
still a clean
hits.
hit. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll damage.
Can't wait to watch all these dice I'm not rolling.
23.
23. Let me see his hit points. You heavily bloody him, almost knock him to the ground with that strike.
Second attack. 22.
22. Go ahead and roll damage.
Look at that blade.
30. 21.
How do you slay that soldier?
The first slice takes off his hands on the crossbow he's been peppering us with, and the second one takes his head off.
Perfect.
Very did Count Dooku, is that what he did it to? Like he took off his hands? Yeah. Do it. That is all movement, that is action. I don't have any bonus actions. End of turn.
Telperion, you are up.
There's a step here, and as I go, I'd like to bonus action pull that guy to where I was.
Okay. Strength save.
Oh my god.
You will resist.
I should have done that on the prone one. Damn it. That would have been a lot smarter.
Why are you moving?
Well, okay. If I Moonflame Blade, they have to be like adjacent,
They have
right?
to be within 5 feet of each other. Yes.
Yeah. Good call.
That's what I was going for. I'm gonna. This guy in front of me. How bloody is he looking?
Real bloodied. You think a quick sword to the gut might end his life?
All right. I will attack him regularly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage. He is prone.
25.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
9 damage.
How do you slay that knight?
I just look down at him, and the tip of Kiramar just goes and it just like clips through his neck. I'm like, oh, fuck you. And then I turn to this guy and I will slam a booming blade into his face with
Okay.
advantage.
Yep, you are flanking.
Um, 20, a 30 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
All right, that's pretty good. So 8 plus 5 is 13, plus another 6 is 19. Yeah.
19 total.
Yep. One last regular attack, and then he's got the 2d8 chilling on him.
Yep, you see lightning coursing around his and through his chainmail, around his shield, everything locking him in place, borderline, and
20.
rendered him very
Last
low.
one.
With a 20, he would love to parry but can't. He already did that against Jiri, so you are able to cut through.
Not a lot. 5, 6, 7 damage on that one.
He is very nearly gutted, but he does have a moment of life left.
All right. Well, I wasted some time dancing between. That was 10 feet there, so I only got 30 feet to play with here. Can I go that way?
Can't catty corner with enemies, so you'll have to move directly up or over. Yeah.
If I go 30 feet and get in front of this door, can I use my object? I only have 30 feet. That was all of it then to get here. So if I object interaction, can I object interaction look through the door key hole?
Yeah. You
That
lean
probably-
down and look in.
Yeah.
Looks dark.
Is it okay? Then I'll just I'll stay right there, kind of ready to open it on my next turn if anyone. But I'll have to go in front of other people, I guess.
Okay. Toby.
Run up, seeing all this booming energy radiating off this guy, and Toby, all of these dead people down here, continuing with his channeling of the mist, will kind of siphon all of their energy into this melee spell attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
A bunch. 27.
Absolutely hit.
4d6. 5, 5, 1, 4, 15 necrotic damage to this guy.
You slay him faster than expected and only heal 3 damage, as only 6 was dealt.
I was at 57. Okay. Okay.
And he is slain as you siphon the remainder of his consciousness.
I ended this combat right where I started HP wise. So very nice.
Wow. With that, I believe that's the last individual on the board. So now potentially a chase is on. You're not sure this loud concussive noise of this fray breaking out. You imagine there's going to be other reinforcements that show up on this map. So you certainly don't have much or maybe any time, you're not sure, to linger here. Are you guys all pursuing the knight immediately who took the portable hole with the glass guard? Is anyone intending on staying back in any way? Shaggy is reunited with Jiri. Daisy's reunited with Roulette. So you guys have no loose ends weighing you down on this map. You guys just go full sprint after that individual.
I mean,
I have a quick question. Are we expecting to fight more individuals in the next area?
Toby will relay that there's still one more meaningful chamber that we have to get through before we're at the throne area.
I will not. Then I will wait to summon our Blood Shadow movie until next time then.
Okay.
What?
Topirian, throw the door open, inspect it. What are you looking at?
Do a quick. I want to step back before I open it, and I'll just use Kair to flick it open.
Okay. You give it a tug and then a push, but it does appear to be barred from the other side. So it does not come open.
Can I put Kair in the door handle and like try to cut up with it? Like to
Absolutely. Go ahead and make an attack roll against this door.
Yeah.
It's a rather impressively iron reinforced door, otherwise wood.
21.
So it does have a meaningful AC, but 21 absolutely will hit. Go ahead and roll your force damage.
12 plus 5. Ooh, that's really good. The 16.
Okay. You wedge your thing in, and you feel a give, and you shear almost through the bar, but not fully.
One more.
You're welcome to roll again.
Another 21 again.
Okay. Yep. That'll
and
do
that's 9 force.
Okay. With that, it finally clicks, and you shear through what's left, and you're able to sort of object interact at this point. Just push the doors inward, and it looks like a staircase that continues up and then angles at a side and goes continuing up. There's torchlight lighting the way intermittently, sparsely, and you can hear echoing footsteps from fairly far above.
Okay. I will use because I stepped back and danced away and back, so I probably like 25 feet of movement or something.
Yeah.
So I would pull Toby with me with a bonus action just to get him a little closer, and then I would go. I'm gonna start going up the stairs, but I know they're about to go faster than me, and I know I'm hurt, so I'm like not recklessly sprinting up. If that, like, I'll go 25
Sure.
feet forward if it seems like that's safe, but I'm not going anywhere near a door or whatever.
Yeah, we'll say you can, with your movement so far, yeah, we can say you sort of are able to continue into the stairway, letting allies run past you first.
And that will be...
Sure. Yeah, so then I guess I just want to clarify, we don't exactly have to do things in initiative order, but what would each individual want to do with their next turn?
I would like to assess. I know Telperian's really hurt. I know Shaggy's really hurt. How are Roulette and Jiri looking?
I'm at 75, 80% of my health, so I am not terrible.
Okay.
About the same. Yeah, I'm injured, but not.
I'll probably do a heal after this next room, right before the thing. Actually, well, no, I have my short rest thing that I'm going to use, so I will.
Yeah, I can make it till a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so Toby's just going to be running.
Okay,
I'll be
so do you want to lead the charge?
Shield, and stowing my bow on my back.
Bow on your back, action, don your shield, totally available. So then do you want to lead the charge up the stairwell then?
Unless I see Jiri and Shaggy getting ready to sprint past me, yes.
Jiri, Shaggy, what's your current take?
I'm gonna say we're worried about booby traps, like last time.
Okay. Do you want to go first up that stairwell, or let Toby go first?
Was that a yes from Toby?
I am willing to lead if you're not going to sprint right after him. Otherwise, I will take point.
Jiri, I don't want to sprint with Shaggy because if there's a trap, I don't want Shaggy to die. But I don't mind taking the damage by myself. Like, how much farther do you think this person is ahead of us? Can we see like how much?
The stairwell
space?
goes only up about 20 feet before it 90s upward again, and you can hear echoing stone steps, but you're not sure the layout. Actually, you guys do have the scroll of mapping, so you guys do know that it is a fairly large tower rise, and he might be fairly significantly up. He's had a turn or two now of dashing, so you know he's meaningfully ascending toward the upper floors.
Okay.
That would take 100 feet or so. Okay, you want to dash?
Yep.
Okay. Toby, you make room for Jiri to charge up first. Jiri, are you hopping off Shaggy to leave Shaggy behind slightly?
No, I'm gonna stay on Shaggy until we can get within sight. So Shaggy will dash. He's got 180 movement, and then I'm just gonna try to pick this guy off from afar.
Okay. With Shaggy's dash, you alone are capable of catching him and you see him entering, ascending the final set of staircase, and he's literally reaching for 2 more large double doors that in theory open up to the upper floors map. You have one opportunity here. Shaggy dashed. You have an action available if you want it to try and cut that individual down before he spills out into the next map.
What is the range between me and this individual?
I would say 20 feet. So you've really narrowed in on him, soaring up rapidly to get to him.
Is that within range of lightning lure?
I think lightning lure might be 15. I don't
15.
remember.
Dang. Can I hop?
You could hop
It's
off.
15.
though.
Could I hop off Shaggy, move half my movement, and then try to lightning lure him?
Yeah, with the hopping off him, you could also close the distance to sword range if you would prefer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd rather just try to kill this guy.
Okay. So he's reaching for these iron knockers, trying to push open into the next space, and you catch him. Thank you, Steve. You have an opportunity potentially to cut this man down, but you also have left your allies 100 feet behind that they will need to catch up if this guy spills out. This is a fairly important series of attacks here.
Okay.
Could you grapple him if you wanted for one of your attacks?
Well, I'm gonna try to hydro blast him first. Let's get him on the ground.
Knock that bitch over.
That's smart.
Okay, Hydro Pump. He will make his strength save. Natural 1, not anticipating you coming up from behind him as he's like lunging upward with the portable hole in hand. He totally slips and biffs it and falls prone.
I aim for his feet. That's why he only takes 1 damage.
What feet?
He does go prone, and you are directly behind him.
Oh, that's what I do. When we have like our water war days with like the students, and I always get their shoes wet so that they have to be miserable all day with wet shoes.
Amazing.
'Cause that's like, they always bring a change of like a shirt and like different pants, and they never bring a change of shoes.
That's incredible.
So evil.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm
I think
organizing
prone
something.
affects if you can how well you grapple or fight out of a grapple.
I don't think it does. But okay, at least with a bonus action, you have proned that individual at the door. You lay into him with a series of sword strikes. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to kill him. Yeah. 2 with advantage.
Let's see that nat 20, baby.
21.
21. He will try to parry and is not able to parry. So you are able quick enough to undercut his shield defensive style. So that one definitely hits for 21 damage. Meaningful. He is absolutely in the bloodied condition.
Oh.
More.
32 for
25.
16. 25. His limp fingers fall off the door, sliding down, and he collapses to the ground, the portable hole falling out of his hand limply as a black cloth. You are at the door, and you can hear some noise on the other side of that door.
Object interaction to pick up the hole.
Okay. You have the portable hole once again.
It's so nice.
Out of the grasp of that Durastian knight.
And I will...
In the immediate aftermath, yeah, it will functionally be the end of your turn unless there's anything else you can do. You pick up the hole and you're standing there in that space, Shaggy 15 feet behind you, your allies 100 feet lower than you, basically. Let's go to the others. What is your first move here? You saw Shaggy and Jiri dash and sprint up there. Are you guys immediately booking it after him? Are you resolving any lingering items on the map below?
I want to ask if I don't ever in combat use a potion of healing as a action. What's the benefit if you do that?
Automatic full healing, so you maximize the amount of D4s.
Okay, I think I'm gonna look at Toby. Toby, I'm gonna just drink this potion of healing as an action, and because I need to get the numbers up, and I don't want to burn all your spells so far. So I will do that as an action, and then I'll walk 40 feet. Well,
Is it a sure? What potion are you drinking? A basic, a greater?
Greater 44 plus 4.
Okay, so an automatic 20 health back to Telperion.
And I'm gonna do the same thing with my superior.
Okay.
Full 40.
Which is 8d8 plus 8, right?
8d4
or
plus
8d4 plus 8. So yes, that is a full 40. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, 8d4 plus 8. 40 health back to Toby.
Yeah, maximizing those is always worth. Not going to be able to maximize it in combat as efficiently. I do have Beacon of Hope, but still. And then, yes.
Still, I mean, what we did was necessary for this next room if we're going quick, and we don't want to... Yep. I mean, we theoretically could Healing Spirit if we're going to now before we go into this next room, but we need to get to Jiri. So we take those potions, and we're going to go catch up to the hallway before we even plan.
Okay. Both of you using an action, and then just your normal movement will get you 50% or less up that turret tower. How about you, Roulette?
Eyeing the most powerful person in this room, Roulette is going to take a risk. She has started a timer in her head, and she knows that they approximately have 2 to 3 minutes with 5 people in that hole, and that only a few seconds have gone by. So that timer started in her head. But I am going to run over to the Horsey Mage, and I'm just gonna look through his shit and see if we're in the castle. They have good shit here. I'm gonna see if he's got anything good on him.
Yeah, go ahead and make a quick investigation check.
A potion of greater healing.
That's my thought, is like something good in there. 22.
You give him a rifle, you find a coin purse that you're welcome to count at some time. You find his spell book and his arcane focus wand, or I'm sorry, staff. It's got a crystal ball at the head of it and is otherwise this black, long, like 5 foot long staff.
Neat. And then I will continue up, not using any of the rest of my actions after that, or just dashing.
Okay. Jiri, in theory, your friends are probably coming to your aid. You can hear echoing footsteps from beneath, as you can tell someone's trying to come catch up to you. But in this moment, you hear that noise on the other side moving closer to the door. What is your instinctual reaction here on this turn?
Do a little like hand signal to like Shaggy, and which we've practiced, which he'll know, like kind of dog like directions, you know what I mean, like the hand gestures that you do to like sit and down and stuff like that, which is I'm gonna make the hand gesture for go get everybody. And so I'm gonna send Shaggy to pick up whoever is the last one up, whoever is the slowest.
Okay.
And then Jiri is going to attempt to hide behind the door. Like if the doors open up this way, he's gonna like
Holy shit.
hide behind the door.
Yeah, I'm going to, unfortunately, since I did clarify, that guy was trying to reach forward to push open the doors, so they do open outward. So in order to hide, which is available, you'll just have to back up like 20 feet and go around the next 90 corner.
Because the stairs
so
are
they
like
open...
doing 90 degrees things.
The doors open into the next room.
Yeah, they open inward toward the next room.
Okay.
So in order to hide, there's a hide opportunity. You just got to back up around the next corner.
Is this so? I'm in 5x5, or like what is the?
No, this one's actually wider. So it's from this whole tunnel upward is kind of roughly the size of those doors you see on this map. So they're 10 feet tall, a rounded archway, and then 10 feet wide. So this whole ascent has had a sort of a curvature on the ceiling, but in general, 10-foot width. So Shaggy didn't even have to squeeze.
Okay, 10x10. Is there anything above me as I glance up? Is there anything I could like hold on to at the ceiling to like hide up at the top of the ceiling?
Cobblestone work that you could try that is functionally climbable, but holding on to it might require an athletics check.
You're super strong. He's gonna jump
Yes.
up and try to hold on. I will use my wind fan to cast the jump spell to make sure I get up to the ceiling.
Okay. You can absolutely do that with a jump and grab. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, Jerry. 22.
You reach up and your robo arm is able to grasp some not loose cobblestones, but a groove of mortar in there and sort of anchors you. And so, yeah, with your robotic arm, you're able to pull yourself up and sort of almost prostrate yourself against the ceiling to a degree. It's awkward holding with only that amount, but you're welcome
Could I
to
use
hold.
my like boots to like stay up here at all? Like the hover boots?
Yeah, functionally those only really give you stuff on your turn, but flavor-wise, they can help you maintain that position for now. Functionally, your athletics check is good enough to hold yourself up there right now.
We'll wait and see if anybody walks through the door underneath me.
Okay. As you just jump to the roof, and you didn't back up to get around the corner, did you?
So this is right. So I had to hide. So we're around the corner and then up in the ceiling.
Okay, so you did back up to do that before doing that. Okay, so you're not currently visible. So a moment after doing that, Toby or Telperion were the next up on your way up the tower. Shaggy sprints and gets to you guys. He just arrives and sort of beckons you on. Which of you gets on him first? You're also welcome to both get on him, but it will slow his movement.
What?
To 45
Like, how fast
with
is
a
he?
90 dash. He's got a 90 speed, so still fast if he carries both
Yeah,
of
we'll
us.
both hop on then, because it's gonna get us there
Okay.
even faster.
Okay, so you guys will be able to arrive momentarily, but in this moment, Jiri, you back up around the corner. Roulette, you're starting to make your way up toward that turret tower and those doors. Jiri, you do hear both of those wood doors up and around the corner be pulled open, and a set of footsteps just come to the top of the stairs. You don't hear footsteps of them continuing downward. And you hear the words, "Everyone, I'm not sure if anything was going on down there, but prepare yourselves. This might be our final stand."
I mean, there's a dead body just laying in front of
Yeah,
him.
did you see like the
Oh,
like,
shit!
glue of, like a sword through his face?
I did forget that was there. So they sort of pull the doors open and are looking outward. Guys, get ready. What the fuck? And so you hear a series of weapons being sort of strapped up, shields tauted, but then you hear something strange. A bunch of clattering metal, shields falling to the ground, and spears echoing on stonework as they fall. Men, steel yourselves.
Oh,
We
they're
don't know
all-
what this may do, but prepare. And they all
also Jiri's
prepare themselves.
telepathic pings whenever Telperion arrives so that they know
Right.
not to like just go charging up there.
Moments later, you feel Shaggy and sort of hear him with the kind of current of air movement arrive behind you. And you think you're not necessarily fully stealthed per se, and individuals above are waiting for you.
Yeah, mental pings, waiting for Telperion to show up.
When we do, ping sent throughout the Telperion network for Jiri to send Shaggy back down to now get Roulette.
Okay.
I will warn you guys of they're waiting up there. I got the hole, but they found that dead body. Definitely an ambush. As in, they know we're coming.
Should one of us go invisible again? I could get invisible and I could throw a weird fire flask at them if they're in a huddle if I sneak in.
What if we just do the same thing we just did?
Sure. But also, we have like probably one round of actions right now before it, if we want to do one round or something to prepare. Is there anything we want to burn, use, or like cast now before we run in for another combat? I'm not saying we should, but This is the chance.
Nothing.
I'd need a whole minute for Daisy, but I think we just got to get in there.
I mean, we could wait them out if we just wait here. Do you think they'll come down?
No, I just mean like, I mean, I just was at 38, 30. Health is also like, if there's anyone who needed to top off or like do an action, like theoretically I could use my spell scroll of blur to go in there and take less damage. But if we ping and know that these guys are feral, we know that they're probably gonna be breathing fire on us and slashing and being resistant to non-magical damage. The glass guard, should we be keeping them in the pocket for now? Just because they're also
As Topirian is talking, I will rip the portable hole away from Jiri and just slap it on the wall so that they can breathe.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, guys, we're heading up into the next room. Everything's fine. Nothing happened.
Does anybody have
Very
a
well.
basic health potion on them?
I have a basic health potion.
They would
anyone have
need
more
to
than-
consume 5 potions of any kind to benefit once from that potion.
Sorry,
Healing a squadron requires a
No, I was
higher
looking for
level of
myself.
investment. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I have
many-
2 tiny ones and 1 greater.
Can I use a tiny?
Yes.
Because I'll just use an action to get myself full. Because I'm gonna start getting low again as soon as I'm in there. So I just want to get
You
away from the
can't- can you
60s.
short rest again?
I cannot. I haven't.
Okay.
So I've been being really careful. I haven't burned anything that comes back at a short rest. So all of my good stuff is I'm saving for Zavar, but it just means that it's taking me longer to kill people and my damage. And with all the AoE going around, the deck saves, I'm just getting burned and stuff. And I
Yeah.
can't range
No,
like you
that's a
guys
good
can.
use of it. The other one I was thinking about healing is Shaggy, but I think we just keep him out of the next combat, and then maybe Toby, we could top him off before we go in.
Can I
Just
reasonably?
because I got some spells I'd like to be able to cast on both of us for the final fight.
Can I reasonably guess that we're spending at least 60 seconds in this hallway before going in? Or are we going in immediately?
So far, let's say 6 seconds of deciding has happened, and you do hear voices from above say, "Show yourselves, curs, and face Durastian defense."
I mean, if we want to wait down half the way down these stairs for 1 minute, I don't mind. Like putting them off their guard is funny to me.
I don't think 6 seconds
I
from
wanna go
now
fast.
or 60 seconds from now is going to make a difference. They know something's happening. They're prepared. We're not going to get a surprise on them. So I would like to get Daisy back up.
Okay.
Toby,
I will,
or-
and I'm going to retreat. I will gently dump Daisy out of the bag, and I will use my last first level spell slot to re-energize Daisy back to full health.
Full health with a consumed 1 spell slot. So that's an
Correct, yeah.
action, or that takes a minute.
If it has died in the last hour, you can use your Smith's tools as an action to revive it, provided you are within 5 feet of it and you expend a spell slot of first level higher. Turns to life after 1 minute with all its hit points.
Okay, so you consume the spell slot to trigger the reactivation process, and slowly things start repairing.
Yep.
Although, as the next 6 seconds continue, you do hear, "Go get the others. Defend this as fiercely as we can." Grab who's ever in the war room.
What was that, Crit? Who's in the war room?
They said, "Grab whoever's in the war room."
I don't think we have a minute, guys.
Well, let's see.
Either-
Can't do what he did.
What?
Well, Steve has to decide if he wants to push through and keep doing it, or after 6 seconds of
He's
starting
already
that process.
consumed the thing, so Daisy's self-repairing now. It's just, do you want to wait until Daisy's ready, or leave her to self-repair in this tunnel right now?
We could leave the glass guard to watch her.
If that is a functional option, I would, hearing that, I would leave Daisy. Actually, does Daisy need to breathe as a construct?
No.
Okay. If we want to let the glass guard out to come with us, I would just put Daisy in. I'm just going to leave Daisy at the bottom of the stairs, just around the corner, for the moment.
I say this is a glass god. Glass god. There's a room up there. We can heal you up, before fighting Zavar, but I think you should wait here while we deal with this room, and then you can be there with us for the final fight. More impactful than you getting burnt by some stupid mutants in the next room.
Agreed. Our entire position is hinges on getting you to Zavar. If we fall in the meantime, so be it. We will fight here.
So
That's the inverse of what he was saying.
I was saying wait in this hallway with Daisy while we go in.
Oh, very well. We are at your command, Lord Tactician. Lord
So,
Lady
you're
Dragoon,
watching this entry
Lord Magus, and Lord Paragon. Very well. We'll stand at the ready here.
If we need you, we'll shout creation something.
I give myself 10 healing from that potion of healing Jiri, the basic one.
I
you.
will take out the spell storing wand and I will tap Topirian for an invisibility if he wants to
Great,
sneak
thank
in there.
I
Anybody
will
else?
once we get. Yeah, give me that right before we go in. But before you do that, I will probably cast. I'm gonna cast something on myself. Oh, I think I might drink my enlarged potion right now because I have 2 of them. I'll use one for Zavar, but I'm probably gonna do one of those before we go in.
They also last 10
Okay.
minutes, so
The tunnel is wide enough to hold your enlarged form, should you want to.
I do have a quick question on timing. Potion of Enlarge. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Even though the spell is only for 1, the potion's for 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll drink that before you make me invisible.
Sure.
I still might cast something though.
And I need to save us a get out of jail free card, word of recall.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Because that's how we're getting out of here, no matter what, really. Okay. Is everyone almost ready to run in?
I'm ready.
Ready?
Do we know the like orientation of like the next area
We
that we're
sure
going to?
do.
Let me throw you on that map. So I've sketched in here something to approximate
Very
the
cool.
ascension of the staircase that you guys are in. Jiri, you had to back up around the corner. You're welcome to be hanging on the ceiling or have dropped at this point. And you know the dead soldier or knight is here, and you heard a commotion. I'm not showing them on the map right now because you guys currently don't have visibility on whoever's up here. But I would want to clarify before we start something what this marching order looks like.
I'm going to clarify one thing really quick. Topirian, I would have handed you the dart for you to cast it on yourself, so that I
Good
don't
to
have
know.
to do it.
Toby
Yeah, that's
would
fair.
like to go first, if possible.
Are you going with the candle?
Would you say, Steve?
Are you going with the candle?
I can.
I didn't know. You
I'm
don't
not
need to if
planning
you don't want to.
Could be useful again. My question is, should I use my spell of Investiture of Wind right now for some like flight off of Shaggy and some AoE damage, or should we save that?
I think that sounds great for Zavar, especially because we don't know if we're gonna have to deal with the flying dragon.
Yeah, but I'll have Shaggy for Zavar.
And you also always have your action short rest in your back pocket to refuel on your warlock stuff, so that's nice.
Actually, yeah, that can be great. I mean, I don't know what it does exactly. Will it get us through this room with less health damage?
It'll allow Jerry to fly and then do some AoE damage, but we don't know if they're clumped together or not. It would be very useful if they're like all standing literally right here, but I kind of doubt
I'm
that.
planning to run in, cast Bane, and have that on them so all their attacks and saves have that D4 off of it. So then, as you guys start laying into them with save-inducing stuff, we're much more
Also,
effective.
we got to think about the high ground and if they're gonna have crossbow. Is there high ground in this room?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so these walls are a 15-foot high wall so that it surrounds kind of the primary space.
And I'm wondering if this makes perfect sense. I got 4 charges left in this thing, and there are 4 of us, Jiri paired with Shaggy. We could all just go in invisibly in this room and get the surprise that we want. I don't know if we want to save that for Zavar or if we want to use it right now just to try and wipe these guys out as quickly as possible.
I kind of like that.
I
for
think
right
that-
now.
With
I like
Zavon,
that
he's
better
going to know
for
we're in the
now.
room if we get him to come to us, or we're going to go to him. I don't know that invisibility is
Yeah,
going to be
I
like
think- I
maybe
think
one of
that's
us.
good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, pass that dart around. Do whatever you need to do, and then pass the dart around, and then we're going in. I will be going in last. I'll say. I will be at the back of the thing.
Toby, in theory, first.
Yep.
Shaggy being left behind for this combat.
I'm gonna get on Shaggy and still cast it though, and then hop off of Shaggy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Glassguard will remain behind on this combat, so I'll remove them from the map. Does this marching order look okay?
What does Investiture of Wind do, Tim? I'm sorry, you already told us. Flight and AoE. It doesn't.
Fly,
do any defense,
AoE, I can knock people 10 feet away.
Okay,
It's a 15-foot cube, but I could be blasting that.
sweet. I'll go second. I'm enlarging with my first potion, and then I'll hook myself with the invisibility wand. So both those effects are active.
Oh, that's your Mystic Arcanum. I gotcha.
Do I have a basic poison actually that I might rub on a? I might rub a basic
That's a
poison on
spell
a slugger
scroll.
real quick if I have one.
It's a spell scroll, MK.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I forgot when you got this one, Investiture Wind. I think that might have been all
Had
the way back
forever.
in. I think it was all the way back in the volcano. I think you might have got this from like the Dwarven stronghold.
Whoa!
Maybe.
Yeah, it's been a long time and I haven't used it.
I love those items.
Telperion, Potion of Enlarge.
Yep.
Okay, you're enlarged. You cast invisibility on yourself with the dart, concentrating on that for 1 hour. 10 minutes of enlarge. Toby getting ready to do what you want to do. Jiri's on Shaggy. You're going to cast the spell so that it affects Shaggy, but then you're going to quickly dismount and leave Shaggy behind.
Yeah, so then we have to concentrate on invisibility, right?
Everyone is concentrating on their own invisibility. Yeah.
I think this is just a good way
Okay,
to get
so
in.
then-
Several of us will probably drop it fairly quickly, but
It
Yeah.
gets us in there. So
Do Blade Ward for the first round before I do my invisibility, if that's okay. Actually, no. By the time I do 2 actions, it'll be gone. So Tim, the one thing to be careful about with your flight, the crossbows are going to be looking at you. So maybe just be mindful of your cover and where you leave yourself until we take out a crossbow or 2. But also, these guys don't have flight theoretically, but also be everyone on the lookout for not clumping because of the AoE fire breath.
Investiture of Wind also gives you basically the benefits of Warding Wind. Which is
It
pretty nice.
does
So-
require concentration. So just because
I
it's
know, so
spell
I'm not
scroll doesn't
gonna-
get... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to be using it.
Okay. So prioritizing invisibility. Got it.
Glassguard could put it on you, and he could concentrate on it, or she could concentrate on that
Oh,
invisibility.
that's true. The glass guard could consume. They have different individuals, so they could consume darts to hold you and Shaggy invisible if you would
They
want.
could harm us, so we don't have to concentrate.
well, no. So they can't. So because Jiri has to cast it on himself to get Shaggy.
Shaggy, that's true.
There's only 4 charges left, so Shaggy would be visible if the glass guard did it, which I'm
Wait,
totally.
but that would be okay because then I could cast Warding Wind on Shaggy and myself. They could cast invisibility on me, and then I could just fly in without Shaggy, and then Shaggy could be back up with Warding Wind.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Love it.
All right, let's do
True.
that.
No one is
Let's use this
concentrating
spell.
on invisibility except for the glass guard in the corridor with Daisy.
And
Okay.
Telperion on his own self.
Well,
Right.
having thought of this, I would love to just be having a. Is that
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so they can concentrate on up to 5 things as a token, which is strange. But so anytime their stat block, if affected, would potentially go down and lose concentration on anyone. So hopefully reinforcements aren't surging up the steps behind you guys. But yes, how many spell slots? So 1 on Toby, 1 on Telperion, 1 on Jiri, 1 on Shaggy.
not Shaggy.
Just roulette. So 4 charges in the 4 wins. Okay. They are concentrating on those. Jiri, I assume you cast Warding Wind
Before.
on you and Shaggy before they put you invisible.
Yep.
Okay. Although Shaggy will still be left behind in the staircase for now, right?
Yes, so he is
Okay.
gushing wind, and then can I put him in the portable hole? Would that be fine?
Yeah, you can roll him up and put him in the portable hole.
Okay, we'll throw him in there and be like, Eggy, listen, if I whistle, come help us.
He
Are you keeping the
coils in
portable hole in your
response.
pocket, or leaving it here with them?
I think we're just leaving it there, right?
The portable hole is currently on the wall as a little interdimensional cubby hole.
Sweet.
We'll grab it and run if we are required to. All right, so all this has happened in a couple of seconds, some quick decisions, not like a minute of duration. A couple turns of Daisy's reanimation taking place also in the portable hole or just in the staircase.
She's just in the staircase.
Okay.
Or I'll put her in the portable hole in case it needs to be grabbed and just moved really quickly.
They're safe in
So
there.
she and Shaggy are there. Okay. Ready-ish to move. All of you guys invisible.
Yep.
Ready-ish.
Okay, Steve, did you have a question?
3 turns, let's say, have gone by for Daisy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I will keep track of that.
As long as you guys make it through this combat, it may not come to consequence. But also, if it goes 7 turns.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Potty break and then
All right.
begin.
How about we kick off the battle and then break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toby rushes
As I
in.
do that real quick. As you guys start rushing in, led by Toby, you turn around the corner and you see up, barely in sight, 2 knights. And they don't see you, but they hear approaching footsteps. Magic at play. Everyone, now! And you hear a series of breaking vials, and transformation magic occurs as inhalation of draconic energy. You hear splitting forms and growth of large creatures, and then draconic screams as these 4 enter initiative.
Ooh, colors.
4 different varieties of Feral 5 were-drakes summoned from the bodies of a Durastian knight or some ingester. And so when we get back, we can tackle initiative as they're not surprised. You guys are invisible, but they know you're coming and can hear you. So we'll go from there.
I'm gonna go find out my D4s in the meantime.
Perfect. All right. See you guys here in a few. Just want to get a couple initiative rolls out of the way. They're really in a tight group right now.
Nice. Oh man, I'm looking at this like new paladin because I've been thinking about with the 2024 rules, multi-classing Jiri into paladin are like at least 3 levels. And I was like originally thinking devotion, but now this new Jin one is pretty sweet too.
Yeah. The only problem is you wouldn't get it until a 3-level dip, I assume, right? So that's just like so tricky to justify.
18, 19, 20 would be the last 3 levels. Because
Gotcha.
in 2024, Warlocks get 9th level spell slot now at level 17, which is sweet. So the last 3 levels, you don't get anything. You get like 1 extra known spell, 1 extra invocation, and then the level 20 ability, which is garbage anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe Warlocks benefit the most from multi-classing in that area.
Yeah, for those, 17 and then 3
Also-
of something else.
Also, meaningful rules distinction on 2024, because you're only limiting to casting 1 spell that consumes a spell slot per turn, none of your Mystic Arcanums are spell slots. So you could do a 5th level bonus action spell slot and then a 7th level Mystic Arcanum because it's not a spell slot. So like Warlocks have a unique opportunity to just fucking barrel out the high level spells potentially.
Well, yeah, all the divine smites would be pretty sweet to have.
Oh, that's true. Those are nice bonus
And
actions.
then the well, I mean,
And you get those even before your subclass too, which is nice.
the good thing about devotion is the 10 minutes of +6 to attack, which is pretty crazy. And then,
Interesting.
or with the Jinn Paladin, it would be crazy AC because it's a bonus to your AC equal to your charisma modifier.
Wow.
You could have like a 22 AC.
When you
Wild.
cast Divine Smite, you can expend a Channel Divinity and make a 10-foot emanation. Oh wait, no. What am I looking at? What am I looking at?
That's the one. It's the
Literally
one
no.
below it. It's just a level 3 ability. It's just something extra
Oh
that they
wow,
get.
Genie's Splendor. While you aren't wearing medium or heavy armor, you get a bonus to AC equal to your charisma. Holy shit.
Wow, so you have to sacrifice your robo arm
Heavy.
stuff potentially,
Yeah.
but you would benefit from that, and that would be, I guess, at level 20. So you'll still have your
Yeah.
robo arm for quite a while, unless you do things in a different order. But yeah,
Right.
interesting.
So yeah, it's like, but the +6 to attack for a minute is also pretty
Dude,
sweet.
you would get Chromatic Orb, and you'd be able to upcast it with Warlock spells, and Chromatic Orb is really good upcasted now.
Yeah, it is. Chromatic Orb's fucking awesome. I will be using that with Hyperavel as well as Sorcerer's Burst. Those are like the main reasons I want to play a sorcerer as Hyperavel.
So I should not take Chromatic Orb as a wizard.
You're welcome to. I just will also be using it. But
If you were
Sorcerer's
seeing
Burst
it
is also
online-
so cool. I'm literally gonna flavor. Well, I'll wait for that. I want to wait for some stuff. But it may become a signature spell. We'll see.
I think I'm only going to be able to Bane 3 of these guys here. I don't think I can afford a higher spell slot. But let's
Yeah,
do
go
it.
ahead and roll initiative when you guys get back in here.
Christopher, what are those black and white dragon dexterities looking like?
Looks like
Well, I rolled the same number as them, which is why I'm asking.
same.
Oh, that's funny. You are faster than you know. You've encountered these enough to know that their wings, although impressive looking, aren't enough to carry their large form, and so they move rather slowly. They actually only have a 20-foot walking speed, and that's the only speed they have. They are very slow, lumbering creatures, but just constantly regenerating dragon breath.
2 of us have fire resistance. I think I'm going to Bane all of them except the fire one, probably.
I need a bow with strength as a mod so bad.
Titan
'Cause I just
string.
can't do range damage.
Titan string.
You need
I
to
need
just
it.
use the bow.
I have 1 cantrip and light asses.
Alrighty, if we're ready to dive into it, we can. MJ, should we wait a little bit for you?
I'm just finishing making my sandwich, but I will. Well, I'm gonna go. I'll probably. Yeah, who's first?
Yeah, you're actually last in initiative, which might help you buy you some time, but you're welcome to make the tactician change at the start of combat. You can hear them transform. You see Toby rush in, so you're welcome to give a command for who should act first.
Go after Toby.
Okay. Toby Rama, you rush in. We'll say it started with initiative with you moving 1 space left, so now's when initiative starts. What do you want to do?
Boom. And then I want to clear the way for others. So I will go here. Rushing
Okay.
in, shield out. We have dealt with invisibility enough that I think I should know the answer to this. If I start readying a spell, am I already
It will
casting
reveal you.
it?
It reveals you immediately. Yes.
Okay. So there's not really a benefit for me holding on to this. So I will right away cast Bane. And I will target
Okay.
all of the were-drakes except the red one.
Okay. The 3
Charisma
non-reds.
saves. Has my medallion started humming in any meaningful way?
It has not. You maybe hoped that it would, but this infiltration does not have the same chaos level as a full-blown warfare effort or battle. So maybe even frustratingly or disappointingly, it has not even warmed to the touch yet. It naturally is warm, but it has not
Gone beyond
exacerbated
that.
it. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Charisma.
Black charisma save. As long as it goes through here. I'm going to click it again. There we go. 18 on the black. 1 on the green. And 1 on the white.
Fails.
Is your
Will
DC
the black
19?
one fail
19.
as well?
I saw
Okay.
the 19 roll and I was like, oh no. But then a -1. So they are all baned. I'm concentrating on that. And my focus
And you are
circlet
revealed.
is only giving me an extra 1 because it's a first level spell.
Understood. You are no longer invisible, and you see all 4 draconic heads look at you immediately. And you just see all of them start to inhale.
Hey guys.
Telperion, you are welcome to rush in next.
So it takes 40 feet of movement, I believe, for me to get here, which is my
2,
movement speed.
3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. Yep.
So, let me put myself here. What does that look like? This, or does that look like this when it's big?
Look, this is good. This is good. So you just
So-
emerge from the doors.
If I just took in the large potion, am I twice my height, 12 feet tall?
Yeah, I think you change a size category larger, but yes, you're functionally twice your height, twice your width, 4 times your weight, I believe.
Normally not conceivable to do this, but with my height and my jump being 20, so my vertical jump's pretty good, or my strength is 20. So vertical jump height, can I jump and scrabble up to the top of that banister and avoid the stairs altogether?
You will need to avail yourself of some other movement. You've used your typical 40
I'll
feet
be
of
dashing this
movement.
turn.
Okay, then absolutely yes. Yeah, do you make strength checks and stuff like that with advantage or anything?
Let me
While
look up the
enlarged.
potion and I'll have that knowledge.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so you're welcome to make an athletics check with advantage. I want to see how good your high jump is, but your natural high jump rules will also kick in, which I think is generally absolutely running start. I think you can jump your strength modifier plus
19.
your height. 19.
19
Okay.
strength.
And then your strength modifier is a 5, right? Plus your current height of 12 feet. So 1, 2, 3. I would say easily able to grasp the top of the balcony there, and then hoist yourself over with another 10 feet of movement.
Sounds good.
Oh shit. Okay, so now you're on the upper space there.
We heard someone. Okay. We heard someone getting sent to the war room, right?
Yeah, I would say in the space you just chose to go to, you can hear conversation taking place on the other side of the war room door. And you know this is the war room per your scroll of mapping. You also know, you can see on here on the map, various noble rooms are on this level, but the prime threat could be whoever's in the war room.
Thing I would like to have done, bonus action. Could I pull Roulette 5 feet into this block here, just to get her 5 feet closer? When I was leaving the hallway.
Yes. Yeah.
No, she doesn't have to get out of behind Jiri. Oh, because we can't walk through each other, right?
You can generally,
Oh.
but not just move. You couldn't have pulled her into Jiri's
Jiri
space.
is 10 feet in the air. I'm at the ceiling.
Oh, okay. Well,
So there you go. So you're welcome to just bring Roulette directly under Jiri, functionally.
Yeah, just to help her on her turn, since she's gonna be trying to get something meaningful done. And then I guess with my since I'm just kind of getting into position and taking a tactics approach to set up right now, and I've assessed that room, just with my visual here, I don't know. I mean, can I do a perception check on like I don't know if there's anything
Did
perceiving
dash.
out like assessing the field.
Not
There's
necessarily of
much-
note. There's a bunch of closed doors all throughout this space.
Okay.
Seemingly the major night defense of this level, where they didn't necessarily expect an assault. The lower floors were more well defended, but this is an extra level of defense with these transformations. So nothing necessarily catches your perception sense on a
Then I
tactical.
will chill here.
Okay.
I'll be listening. I'm just gonna not be on camera making a sandwich.
It will be the red Weredrake's turn. It will slowly amble up and toward Toby here. Inhale, and from within its chest cavity, you see glowing red, and it will exhale. Toby, I need you to please make a dex save.
12.
You will take 13, but you are resistant, so 6 points of fire damage as these flames wash mostly over you. They do hurt, but your magical defenses
Well over 10 for concentration.
Okay. That is that Weredrake's turn. Nothing of note from it. Roulette, you are next to go. You are under Jiri right now.
I am going to action dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I correct that I have to get to here in order to be out of the door?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, correct. Yeah, one space back, you're at the top of the steps.
And then I'm going to go. So that's 40. I have 20 more feet of movement. I'm going to go 15 feet up, and then I'm going to step over the railing and bump into a giant invisible elf, and I will end up right next to him to just catty corner him.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right, you guys are
Standing next to him, flying boots above the carpet inches. What's your elevation looking like as you're next to him?
I will be next to him, like on the ground.
Okay.
I would have just like climbed over. I'm not in the air at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 3 dragon breaths right now.
Yeah, Toby, you kind of just.
That's fine. I healed myself. Really good.
I don't have any bonus actions to use. Actually, yeah, we've got 2 of them. I will bonus action take out one of the enlarge potions, and I'll down the enlarge potion.
Okay. Let me look up something. Probably.
Actually, no, just kidding. I'm not doing that just yet. Just
Okay.
yet. I will do
Okay,
that on a
good.
later turn. Not doing
Just
that
so
right
anyone knows,
Okay.
as soon as you got up there, oh wait, you're invisible. I wouldn't know you're next to me. Never mind.
You
Well-
hear her arrive.
now. I bumped into you.
Yeah. Also, as a clarification for myself, but that you guys would also know, especially with Roulette being who she is, drinking a potion gains the effect of the enlarge. It is not casting the spell, obviously. So I just want to clarify that wouldn't break invisibility. But you don't do that yet. Okay.
Not yet. Specifically
You
for
dash.
face reasons.
You dash. Elevate your position over there. Bonus action.
I ain't got no bonus actions to use, so no.
Okay. It will be the white Weredrake's turn. As 2 invisible creatures climb up to the elevated portion, you see its snout look away from Toby upward, and it will slowly meander up the steps using its minimal 20 feet of movement and look over in the direction of the invisible creatures. And this massive torrent of cold energy washes over in a 20-foot cone, which will impact both of you guys. I need Constitution saves from Telperion and Roulette.
Woo.
Did you fly up there, Roulette?
Yes. I do this like Stairmaster thing in place where I just do this.
Crit, I don't want to rules you. I just have a question. Because I
Yeah.
jumped and Roulette flew, and can we have
You're gonna have to try that again. Your internet's crapping out.
any? No, never mind. Never mind.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah.
No, it's all
your
good.
internet's back. So okay. All right. Con save. Telperion.
Working on that.
I don't know if large does anything to con. Increases medium to large, advantage strength checks and saves, extra damage on hit. Okay, cool.
11.
11 will not make it, but Roulette with a healthy save. Roulette taking only 10 cold damage, Telperion 21 cold damage. Neither of you have to concentrate on invisibility, but may have to concentrate on something. What are you concentrating on, Roulette? My brain is
Arcane weapon.
Oh,
Which I
still
want to
active.
ask you at some point how much time we have left, but we could do that.
Yeah, after this combat, we can hone in on that. That is the White Weredrake's turn. Now it is time for the Black Weredrake's turn. It is going to just line up its not cone, but line, and it inhales, and you see like little spurts of acid dribble around its mouth, and it exhales a line of acid directly at you, Toby. I need a dex save from you,
Dex.
please. This one is a 30 foot long by 5 foot wide line.
That is a fail.
Classic Tasha's Caustic Brew.
16.
It will be 16 points of acid damage.
I love that these dragon damages have either been lots of 1s or lots of 8s.
Nice and average.
Well over 10 for concentration.
Okay. And actually, this one's going to advance a little bit toward you.
Do it, man.
Then it will be the green.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Moving close and spewing a cone 20 feet that will dodge the black and red and hit only you, Toby. I do need a con save as poisonous vapors
Much better at
surround
these.
you rapidly.
27.
Absolutely success, so you will take only half of 15.
7.
So 7 poison damage. And concentration check. So now that they've all breathed, you know, the cold and the poison are con saves. The acid and fire are dex saves.
Good on.
I love that
concentration.
the 16 damage was red and then the 15 was not.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
that,
mad.
Because it only
That's mad.
takes a
Maybe-
single one
oh,
to turn
yeah,
red.
a single one. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, Jiri, it is your turn. You hear many exhalations of draconic energy out ahead of you. You're welcome to rush in.
Toby isn't by any chance above ground, is he?
Right now, you don't have visual on him.
Then I will fly around this corner and see what I see.
Okay. So at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 feet. You see 3 chromatic weredrakes grouped in a convenient tight group potentially, and they're all facing the same direction, looking at Toby, who you can barely see at the corner of that cover, and he's on the ground.
I'll probably get to here, and then I will go up 20. Well, I'm already 5 feet off the ground, right? Or am I 10 feet? Could I be 10 feet off the ground?
From what's keeping you elevated right now?
He's flying with
I am
investiture.
flying.
You didn't cast investiture, right?
He
Oh, I
did
definitely
because
did.
they were
No, you
concentrating on
cast-
his ability.
No, you cast warding wind on yourself and Shaggy, I thought.
No, he cast investiture.
No, I
Use the
didn't cast-
scroll.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not what you guys said,
That's
but
very
nothing's
much what
happened.
we said. We very distinctly said that.
And I remember asking, but it doesn't matter because nothing's happened yet. So okay, so Investiture of Wind is active on you and Shaggy. Okay.
Yes. 20 feet, 20 feet, and then. Right, Alex, how could I be up at the ceiling, right? Like, that was why I was out of the way for roulette.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily remember that. Yeah.
Okay. But my question being, how high up what am I sitting right now? Am I 5 feet or 10 feet up?
Only 5 feet high. You're in the second square. It's a 10-foot ceiling.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, so then I will get to. Would this get me out of the doorway if I get to here?
Yeah, stepping into that space allows you to then go vertically.
Then I will go vertically, and I will be 25 feet up in the air.
Okay.
Because I have a 60-foot fly speed.
It boosts your to 60 foot. Very cool.
And then I.
Do you want to go ahead and move yourself to the position?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I will use my my action to cast the I'll read it. Investiture of Wind. Action to create a 15-foot cube of swirling wind centered on a point you can see within 60 feet of you. Each creature in the area must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 2d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. If a large or smaller creature fails the save, the creature is pushed 10 feet away from the center of that cube. I will paste it in the chat for us to see.
Yeah,
and I will center it. I don't want to hit Toby. I don't think there is a possible way to get all three of them without hitting Toby. So I think I have to.
15-foot cube, you should be able to. There's a space in front of you. Because it's not a radius. I think you should be able to hit all three of them.
If it's a cube, then you can just start it here and have it go like this as a cube.
It can literally be like here or something.
Yeah.
That wouldn't hit Toby.
Okay. I want to do that and hit the three of them, not hit Toby, and my intent was to try to push them away from the center of the cube, hopefully pushing them outward.
Away from the center of the cube. Yep. Understood.
Yeah. Okay. And so then they all have to make
con saves.
Saving throws.
I got a 3 taken away from the black and a 4 taken away from the green.
Okay. Con saves coming in. Black first, -3. So 7 will fail there.
Nice.
Green coming in, -4. That'll be a fail. Nice. And then the red one, unbaned, 14 also fail.
Hell yeah.
Them fail. So go ahead and roll your bludgeoning damage.
2d10 bludgeoning damage. I will roll for each of them.
Okay.
Because that is more fun.
Yeah, appreciate the clarification too. And yeah, I agree. More rolling is good.
All right, black one. Ooh, should have rolled once. Oh well. Green one.
Audible. We're rolling once.
10. Red one. 9.
-19. -10. -9. And then based on center of the cube, this one is pushed 10 feet away. This one is pushed 10 feet away. And I'm going to say the black one's pushed 5 feet away because at a diagonal, he runs into the wall.
Does the wall damage him in any way if he is pushed into it?
I'm going to say no.
Sure.
Maybe if it was a 10-foot movement, I would treat it similarly to falling damage, but less than 5 feet or less, no.
This guy's on the stairs, right?
Correct. Yep.
He's getting splashed.
Okay, of course. And you're up in the air, right? Also, so
I'm
you're
25 feet up, so I think I'm basically in line with him, probably.
Yep, I agree. You're actually a little higher than him, if anything. Strength save, right? It's funny that I even have to. It's funny that I even have to ask. Right
away from that.
Oh hell yeah!
You will take damage.
Or to go tumbling down the stairs.
Fall prone. and move, falling slightly down the stairs. Yes. Prone.
Wow. It's gonna be
Okay.
my best turn all session.
Do you want to
All
go?
right.
then?
Before we make a tactician change, actually, no, you are welcome to make a tactician change. It is the start of the new round.
Roulette. Jiri, I feel like you want to go again before they three of them get a go. That's really meaningful. So I'll pull Jiri up.
Can blast them again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I won't pull up Jiri after me though.
Okay. Pulling Jiri up after you, but before we get to Toby's turn, at the lair action at initiative count 20, who would like to roll a d4?
Not me.
Michael
Not you.
Jacobius.
4. No.
That's my favorite one.
No.
Stepping out of the war room at someone's urging, a Durastian Wraithwatch Reaver, who will roll initiative immediately. He does not act at initiative count 20, but he will actually go at 20. So stepping out of that room right now and immediately taking a turn, he moves forward and hears something invisible moving in front of him, / he borderline bumps into you, and Telperion, you're the first person within range of his axe, and he's going to start cutting into you.
I think issue because my boots of Elvenkind are on.
Does he what?
Because he can't technically. Well, I just have boots of Elvenkind on, so between that and invisible, and I'm on the.
He'll
band
still
level.
bump into you. Moving forward at all reveals a character to be there, so that's not going to be
Okay.
of consequence here and now. But I do generally keep that in mind whenever it could be relevant. But disadvantage on the first strike, unless he can do anything about that, it does not look like he can. Okay. First strike, disadvantage. Pulling out his great axe. 14's not going to hit. 18 doesn't either. He knows something's in front of him. How are you defending yourself as he's trying to cut it? Are you just evading or blocking in any meaningful way?
I don't want to give anything away that he even could guess where I'm standing, so I'm just dodging around.
Okay, purely dodging out of frustration. He will burn immediately his action surge to make 2 more attacks.
Love an action surge on disadvantage attacks.
Feels good. Feels good.
16 ain't doing it. He's
That'd be
gonna
funny.
sheathe his axe and reach both his arms out and try and full bore tackle you, trying to shove you. Make an athletics check
With advantage.
with advantage per your enlarged scenario.
$21. Jesus Christ.
He did crit. So he pushes into you wrestling style and finds purchase and forces you up and over the railing, and you will
Can
fall.
you be
I'm gonna
force
do
moved with your yukata? I don't remember the language
He
on
can't
that.
grapple me, but he can shove me.
Okay, so Telperion, potentially, I need you to make a dex save or acrobatics check as you're falling.
So I think this is not worth Indomitable.
Wait a minute. I think I got moved.
I moved you up because you're sort of at the elevation. It's kind of hard on this map since it's like at an angle. I just moved you up to sort of indicate you're higher up to me, but you're functionally still over that space over there.
20.
20 is a success, so you'll take half the damage and you are not knocked prone. And you only fell 15 feet, so it's only 1d6 available. So you only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as he does knock you down, but you catch yourself.
Are you just jumping back up there?
Just like, I'm invisible. Fucking Christ. Telperion praise to Christ in this moment.
And then he will move to the balcony, and you see him sort of reaching for hand axes next. But that is his turn. Toby, you are next.
The black dragon took the most damage from Jerry's thing, so I'm gonna lay into him with a Toll the Dead Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
-1. 18 is a
18. Barely a fail with the
Holy
Bane.
Bane.
Well done.
fail.
Well
That's-
done.
3d12 plus a d8. 9, 9, 8, 4. 30 between necrotic and radiant,
Whoa.
Wow.
and then
A healthy hit on that black weredrake.
I kind of want to start. I'll go boom, boom, and get all up in this
Watch out for my cube.
fire dragons. Oh,
If you-
is this your cube here, Jiri?
Oh, does it
No, this is gonna be.
I thought it was a 15-foot cube.
Oh, does it stay there?
Yeah, it's just yeah, that's what I was asking. Does it linger and stay there, or it's just an instantaneous effect?
No, it's an instantaneous effect. But I'm saying I'm warning him that I'm gonna do it
Yeah,
again, and the
Yeah,
Drake
okay.
might be flying into him.
So I'll stay there on my turn.
Okay.
Bonus action.
You heard the black dragon?
I hurt the black dragon. The black dragon has taken the most damage so far.
Yeah, Jerry, I was just gonna say it's a 15-foot cube, but you can still hit the corners of all of them if you still do it like vertically.
Yeah, I'm just warning to stay out of the potential them flying.
pushback, yeah, 'cause
backwards
It's
radius.
gonna go like this. That's my turn.
Booming
Shield
blade doesn't
out.
trigger on forced movement, right?
Correct. Action. What was? Did you do a bonus?
No
action?
bonus
Okay.
action. A little
Okay.
bit of movement.
All right. Telperion, you're up next.
Any of the ones prone except the white dragon?
No, looks like only the white.
Okay.
Yeah, they just get pushed. They don't fall prone. Okay.
Okay. Well, can I? How do I? I'm the same size as this creature. If I go,
You're actually taller than it. It's like 10 feet tall, and you're 12. So
Big boy.
here and attack it.
so
The
many
end of-
arrows are going on. You're blue. You will have to functionally move 2 spaces down to be able to move left.
So yeah, like maybe just grab yourself and start doing arrow press at a time.
Yeah, that's usually
Yeah.
the best way to do it.
I also don't know if that's the way I want to go. Then, how big can I? Could I vault over that white dragon if I wanted?
Enlarged with a good athletics check, it will require an athletics check to jump over something, but yeah,
And it would put me on the other side of it. Is it right?
potentially. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I want to swing at this black dragon before I go.
Okay. Advantage, releasing your invisibility on your first strike.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make this a booming blade.
Okay.
And you get to add an extra
you-
D4 of big strong boy energy.
Should I
True.
should I be blade warding? You guys think like damage wise? I'm
They're
probably
doing
doing
elemental damage. They're doing elemental damage.
Well, I'm gonna go hide out by that guy up top is all, but you're right, it's fine. I can shield. Okay, booming blade it is, and yeah, I'm gonna swing with advantage. I'm rolling. Okay, let's just see if I hit before I pick. 28.
Definitely hits.
Okay, a booming blade and a D4. Oh my god, I can't find dice. Okay, 2d8s. Okay.
Wait, Jerry, this is so huge because they have such bad movement. If you just spread them out, oh my god, that's incredible.
17 plus 4 is 21 plus 6 is 27.
27 total damage on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is any of it acid damage?
Not even a little of it.
You bloody the creature with that strike heavily.
All right. And then I'm not swinging with advantage anymore. But I will swing at him again.
Ooh,
Okay.
roulette, and you picked lightning, right, for your damage?
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
Lightning is what I always pick because it's
14.
thematically it's me.
14 to hit.
Yeah.
I think that's close.
You scrape its scales, but its lycanthrope imbued self with its hardier exterior, you see it burn the front of it, but not meaningfully for damage. You just miss its AC.
Okay. One more hit. God damn it, 15.
15 to hit
Yeah.
does hit.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, if I only missed with a 2. Okay, sweet. This is just a regular attack, but with a D4. Um, 7 plus 5 is 12 damage.
12 damage.
And then I do want to push it back.
It's looking really rough, actually.
Can I
already.
5 foot push it back with a bonus action?
You can target large creatures with that ability.
Or is that based on your size?
Anything, any size. That's the fun thing about that one, I think.
Okay.
I'll check though, but
Cool.
yeah.
-2.
We'll make it safe.
18 to beat.
That'll be
Hell
a fail, so it's pushed back 5 feet.
And then no opportunity attack, and I'm going to use my movement to try to get over here to jump over the thing.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Advantage on that.
Indeed. Yep.
Oh fuck. Nat 19. 29.
You easily vault and land on the other side.
All right, and that is my turn.
I'm going to remove the staircase
Oh,
line
yeah,
work
yeah.
now. Or I would if I could select it. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, that'll be it for your turn, Telperion?
Yeah.
Okay. Jiri, you are up.
I'm gonna put myself back to the spot that I'm actually over, which I think is
Okay.
right here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast or use that oh wait, Telperion, did you move this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, god dang it.
Wait. Diagonals of cubes.
He
No.
can't be-
I'm going to call a no on that one. We're going to use a standard 15-foot cube that can be rotated.
My bad.
Because otherwise it just kind of gets
I
ridiculous.
mean, I didn't want to take
You
him
could definitely hit 2 people for sure, but not 3.
I think the black dragon's already kind of far enough away that if you focus on the green and the red.
Will you
I'll
focus
get
on the green
these
and the
two.
black? Because I was trying to focus down the black one, so it was going to be low enough to.
Yeah, I'll get these two, and I will. Yeah, I'll go with the whoever made the orange cube there. I'll use
Your burst
my
of investiture.
Vesture of Wind in between the two of them.
Okay. MK, give me a Bane on green.
3. For 18.
18.
Is lower than my spell save DC.
You're at a 19 DC.
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah, so that's a fail on green.
If
and then
this scrolls use my spell save, right?
Unless otherwise noted, yes. I would.
Yeah.
That's the way that I've always done it for my scrolls.
Unless stated otherwise.
Like sometimes it'll say like DC 13 or 15.
yeah, if it doesn't clarify a DC in the item, then it'll be yours.
Oh, I think
Wait
it's
a
typical.
minute.
Yeah.
This spell DC saving throw is 17. Dang.
Okay. I did think spell scrolls usually by default had a set DC based on the rarity and level of spell. So 17, so that will be a success on the green. And then let me roll for the red here. Same as the red. So they'll take half damage and not be pushed back, but go ahead and roll your damage.
Bummer. Here is for green. Not bad. Here is for red. Not great. Alright. 8 and then 4 damage.
Yep.
I will hydroblast this guy. And then I'm gonna fly higher.
Nice.
Let's get to that guy's strength save. He's good at those. 14 on the decanter.
Dang. Yeah.
Okay, so you do splash him, but he just kind of gets sprayed at the.
Not a good turn.
rail.
And I will fly 60 feet up into the air, and it will be 85 feet.
This ceilings of this space, I should clarify, are 40 feet high.
I will fly up to 40 feet then.
Okay,
And be on the ceiling.
perfect. 14. This where, Drake? Only kind of one person near enough to him to attack, so he'll start kind of trying to strafe around you, putting his back to the wall and then inhaling. And Toby, need a dex save from you.
14.
Just meets the DC, so you'll take half, and then another half. So
half.
9 to 5 total. Yeah, quartered. So 5 fire damage to you. Concentration check.
Well over 10.
It's basically, I think,
I need a
at
nat
least for
1.
these type of rolls, it's only nat ones. Yeah.
for
So
right now, yeah.
okay. That'll be its turn. Roulette, you're up.
Well, I can't get to the white dragon.
Can you just fly down around it?
I'd have to go over the railing and around and down, but
Can you push this dude off the railing?
he has a plus 11 and I have a plus 1 at advantage. So like it's
Jeez.
literally it's 50-50, I think, but I'm not risking that. Critter,
It's only a +8
No, it's a plus 11.
for his strength save. Is only a +8.
Roulette, can I just warn you telepathically? I don't want to get. I'm just about to get flanked on by these two huge creatures, and I'm already hurting again. So just don't leave me.
By these two huge oh, you're calling the Reaver huge?
And a dragon and a reaver. I don't want to get stuck and hacked at again.
Critter, do I still hear voices coming through this door? I'm just wondering.
Generally, are you proficient in perception?
I am.
Okay, then yes, you do know there are others in that room.
Okay. I'm going to step there. What do I want to do? I'm gonna burn my turn. Bonus action, I will down the potion and become Largo. I am going to take out Tome of the Dragon's Hoard and flip to the last page that I know has something on it because I probably can't see it right now. But I will rip out the page, say Rasvim, and a 5x5 stone slab will appear leaning up against that door.
Okay. Meaningfully blocking the door. Very well.
And then once the stone is there, I will step back down here to be against the railing, interposing.
None of that breaking invisibility, or is that?
It's an
casting
item
spell?
interaction, it's not a spell.
What was the bonus action again?
The potion.
Oh yeah, so you become large, invisible. Rasvim using an action, not casting a spell. No, yeah, you're still good. Very clear and apparent where you are to surrounding enemies, but yes, you are still invisible.
I spoke something aloud, I drank something, and then it appeared next to him. So yeah, he knows where I am probably.
Yep.
And that is my turn.
Very cool. Whiteware Drake will right itself slowly and awkwardly.
Hello.
Telperion. Con
Yeah.
save.
Could be good at these. I rolled 4 last time though. +7.
I succeeded on a 14.
My God, I can't avoid damage for the life of me. I fail. I rolled a 2.
That will be some meaningful cold damage. 23
Pump
this
some healing
time.
into you.
That's its
Anything
turn.
I
Though.
can
It
do to
doesn't
mitigate
move. It sort of
damage?
start moving toward you, almost trying to push you, but you're able to fend it off. But you're welcome to use a. I think psionic protective field would mitigate some, but
3 side die, so it's like
absorb elements.
anything. What? My 1 spell slot against Zavara, I'm not using now. I'm good. I took it.
Okay. Acid Black Were Drake. Quite a few threats upstairs that it does want to see to, but before it leaves, 1 line of acid at you, Toby Rama, as it starts backing away to leave. Dex save, please.
17.
That is a success, taking only 13 points of acid.
That puts me below half.
And then it starts moving its way up the stairs, looking really feeble and wounded, leaving a trail of ichor and blood behind it. Poison Dragon. It actually looks up to Jiri, but you're too far for it to reach you. So we'll just come over here and inhale. Sorry, Toby. Con save, please.
I'm good.
Is this also a sorry to the
17.
Red Drake?
17 is a success, so you'll take only half. Wow, bad roll to counteract the previous really good roll. Only 6 points of poison damage, and then concentration check. What was your question, Steve/Roulette?
The answer is probably no, but I'm assuming the Red Drake does not get hit in the splash of the acid.
No, he angles it accordingly. No, yeah. Perfect. That'll do it for him. Top of initiative. You know that Reaver's about to take its turn again, Telperion, but you're welcome to shout a command.
That's gonna go before me.
Roulette.
Oh, you're pulling me up. Okay.
Okay. So the Reaver's going to go, then Toby, Roulette, Telperion. Reaver will start swinging at the other invisible person that he's not, statistically likely of meaningfully affecting, but that's what he's going to do. Let's go back to his stat block over here. Multi-attack. Anything of interest he can do here? Nope. Okay. Great Axe. Disadvantage. 21 with disadvantage.
A 21 will hit.
But maybe it's because your form is enlarged, only dealing 8 slashing damage, not a very meaty chunk, but 8, and then concentration check, please.
You got it.
On arcane weapon.
Nice.
Healthy success. And then his second strike. So close to a brutal crit.
Terrifying.
Another 9 slashing and another concentration check, please.
Terrifying.
Very nice. Very nice. That'll be his turn, and he was considering going to his tomahawks because he can make more attacks with those, but he's sticking with his great axe after some success there. Okay, that'll be his turn. Toby, you're up.
Nice.
Sandwich between Christmas dragons.
That is fine. I am going to target the black dragon once more with a Toll the Dead, and it loses 4 off of its whiz save, which I think means unless it rolls a 20, it fails.
Go, Toby.
Okay.
It is a fail. Go ahead and roll.
Lots
Fail.
of dice. Where did... Oh. Ew, I didn't roll very good. 11, 12 between Necrotic and Radiant.
A total of 12 damage against its HP count of 12.
Yes.
How do you kill this Weredrake?
Yeah, I've just been harrying this thing from the moment I stepped in the room. It is just being harassed and held down by the mist as the Bane is affecting it, and it just, you see like a really intense amount of whatever their blood looks like pouring out of its ears as it dies.
And as it slumps to the ground on the stairs, it sort of slides down 2 steps as its momentum halted, and it just starts sliding.
All right, White Dragon
Bonus
next.
action?
Bonus action. I am. I feel good about doing this. 4th level healing word. Or do I do a mass? If I do a mass, I cannot target Roulette. I know she's also not super struggling. 4th level healing word going to Telperion.
Okay.
You don't. Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you.
4, 3, 1,
You.
6.
That's so generous. I feel bad taking that heal.
23 healing to you.
It is just really funny picturing like giant buff Telperion go, no, I'm fine. I don't. It's fine.
My
And
whole
then,
face is like frozen solid, but I'm still like.
Yeah, so 23 to Telperion.
It's okay,
I'm gonna
thank you.
start doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Needing healing
6.
couldn't be me.
The dragons sort of lumber and their heads follow you, but they don't swipe at you.
Yeah,
They don't take
right.
opportunity attacks.
That's my turn.
Roulette.
I will ping Telperion immediately and say, White Drake or Reaver?
Drake, let's take another a brutal thing off the board.
I believe I have enough movement to amble down to this spot.
Yeah, especially with your flying boots availing you of some.
I will invisibly wander down there, leaving a fart for the Reaver. And I will take I'll take a swing at the White Drake that is focusing on Telperion right now.
Okay, advantage, multiple sources.
I want a 20. I'll get 22.
As you become visible, you slice into a 22, a healthy hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
This plus that. Oh, a lot of ones, baby. 24 total damage on the first one.
A very healthy hit. Okay.
And now for the critical. Damn it.
Go ahead and roll damage.
That plus that. Ooh, that was a good one.
Jesus.
32 on the second one.
With those 2 slices alone, you heavily bloody it, just smearing its white scaled and armor and hide with red.
I have used all my movement. I have done my attacks. I don't have a bonus action. That's it. End of turn. End of list.
Telperion.
All right, I'm ready to carve into this Drake. I got Kiramar ready to go. We will do the first attack regular. 22 to hit?
Absolutely hit. And you rolled that with advantage per flanking, yeah?
Give it.
Okay. Yep, absolutely hits.
Okay. So first attack is 15 damage.
15. Okay, got it.
Second attack,
Rough.
same deal.
Okay.
28 to hit.
Absolutely a hit.
6 plus 5 is 8. No, I'm sorry. 3 plus 6 is 9. Plus 5 is 14.
14 damage. It's looking really, really low.
Last one, we will Moonflame Blade. And I'll add 2 more d8s to this.
Okay.
Big pile of damage. There's a d8. Only 16 to hit. I think that's
16 does still hit.
okay.
Thank the Lord.
17 plus 6 plus 5.
28.
How do you slay the white were-drake?
Fuck yeah.
I think it's just really sweet for a quick second. Kiramar and whatever the name of your sword is. The Moonlight Mirror Light Blade. I think it's just like this cool little Moonsong harmony over here as the 2 of us do this kill in congruence. And I picture us just slicing it apart real fast. And then we part ways. Okay. So that was 3 attacks with a bonus action. Who is looking poor off?
Like enemies or allies?
Anybody. We was thinking about position. Okay.
I don't think Red has taken much damage. I think he's taken the least.
5 feet.
Red has taken a little bludgeoning from Jiri's investiture. Pretty much same with Green, and then Reaver is undamaged as of yet.
Try to force the Reaver with a bonus action off the balcony onto the floor. So positionality
you'll have to move behind him to do so.
Okay. Behind him in the door.
Yep.
Well, I really don't want to F with the damage right now. Okay. I will push him 5 feet away from me, and then I'll just move this way.
He will try and make a save here.
5,
Strength
10,
save.
20.
11, not going to do it. So you are able to push him back a space.
Cool. So 30 gets me here. And then I'm going to be. Can I see easily the red dragon, or is my height here enough to kind of get me some like cover from everybody?
If you sort of prostrate yourself, you'll have great cover. But yeah, with your height, just looking over the railing, he's able to see you standing up. Especially since their 10 feet tall height is only 5 feet shy of the lip of that thing. So
just like listen at this doorway, and if I don't hear anything, open it, peek in. If it's empty, walk in.
Okay, yeah, you can peek in. You push open, and there is a person in robes that is just sheltering in the corner of the room, and then he just grabs a rapier and like puts it out toward you as you enter the room.
Say, just put that down and I won't even look at you twice. And then I'm just gonna like I'm not even gonna shut the door. I'm just gonna stand on the inside of that room, ready to like dip back out. But I just need to like not be attacked for a turn.
Okay. Jiri, you are up.
I'm gonna start off by hydroblasting this guy.
Okay. Strength save. 19.
Okay.
He'll hang on with that.
That does determine what I'm going to be doing with my action. I will use my Investiture of Wind to try to push both of these guys backwards in this direction.
Okay. Toby, give me a Bane on Green.
3.
Green first here. Natural, and that's a fail.
Yay!
And then I will roll for red guy here.
17
which
was our
is
number.
Also a fail. Yeah, so that's a fail on both of them.
13 and 12.
13 minus 12. Okay. Meaningfully pushing them back and damaging them.
I'm going to move. I don't know where I have to be, but I'm going to be out of melee range of this guy and anywhere on the balcony here. So at least like 15, 20 feet away from him. But I want to be like the closest option to him.
Okay.
If he is going to throw something at me or attempt any range attacks. I want to like interpose myself between him and everybody else.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't know where that would be positionally, but put myself here.
I didn't really think about this, but you're still invisible, right? There's just like a concussive wave of wind surrounding you and stuff.
Does it go
I've been
away anytime you
attacking,
deal
right?
damage to a creature? Does it go away?
Yeah.
It's like he's cast a spell or attack.
Yeah, cast a spell or attack. So I think triggering your invisible investiture wind is fair game. So I think you're still invisible. Again, it's clearly...
pumping.
Yeah, I think, which again is forcing a save, not an attack or spell. So I think you're still invisible, but with the sound of the wind wrapping around your body rapidly, they can still target you, but you are still invisible.
I'm attempting to, to get his attention to try to target me.
Yep. Okay.
Like a tornado kind of like is sitting here. Like, staring this guy down.
Perfect. Action. Any bonus action? Oh, you hydro pumped and then movement. Okay.
I'm all set.
All right. White Weredrake is off initiative. Black Weredrake is off initiative. So next is just both of these lumbering creatures move up to Roulette, having revealed herself and taking down the white They will just move toward you and breathe. I need a dex and a con save from you, Roulette. Dex will succeed, con will succeed.
Wow.
So I will roll green first for poison, which you'll take half of, so 11 poison. And then 10 fire. Unless
5
you're
fire.
resistant. 5 fire, yep. So 11 and then 5, 16 total points of damage, but I do need 2 concentration checks on arcane weapon.
Yeah, buddy.
Finish miles on that spell.
With the 20, you're good. Success on concentration on those. Top of initiative. Who wants to roll a d4?
Rolling it.
Not me.
Uno.
Hell yeah.
Jiri's the closest. You hear a rattling door, and you can't hear anything. Well, you can hear muffle, but not sure what's going on there. But a giant stone slab is blocking their entrance for now. Reaver's turn. Ba-do.
It's like I had a heal to do in this room or something, but I don't. I'm just getting it back out now. I scared this bro.
Jesus Christ, sorry.
Is that worth it or not? I think not. Jiri, the Reaver looks at you up in the distance, but squints his eyes through his helm. You're not an appealing target. So instead, he will look over the balcony and hurl 3 tomahawks at Toby.
Gee.
Easy peasy.
He does not have sufficient elevation advantage to give him advantage on these strikes, but 3 attacks coming your way. First,
Miss.
17, miss. You have your shield out.
Yeah.
22. Just 11 slashing damage as one of these tomahawks catches you, and then a third.
Miss.
Yeah.
That'll miss. So a series of these, not successful, but one of them hits you for 11 concentration. Good. And then he will start running in this direction.
Oh, hell yeah. Just
It is also top of initiative, so Telperion, you can make a tactician change if you would like.
I want Jiri. No, Roulette. Okay, I'll just leave. Actually, I'll move myself to go before Toby.
Well,
I was gonna help you. I was gonna get flanking and then help or draw some tension over here.
Okay.
Okay. You want to snap to above Toby?
Yeah.
Okay. So this noble has a rapier leveled at you from 10 feet away in his small room, but opulent. You're welcome to exit the door. Squeezing out of the 6 foot or 7 foot high door with your large form.
Get over here and like land behind this guy. Can I do that?
Yeah, with Longstrider, you have sufficient movement to get over there. It is a drop to land there, so I do need an acrobatics check.
Okay. Can I get any help on that since I'm bigger than usual? Jumping down is not as much of a fall because I'm twice my height.
No, unfortunately, your feet going down 15 feet of elevation and it's acrobatics dex based, so it's not necessarily strength in this scenario.
Before I do this, then, because if I go prone, I can't even get back up, so then I'd just be fucked. So I just want to make that educated decision before I do the jump. If there's anything I want to do before, I will. Which of the 2 targets are looking worse? I think as I'm running past them and above.
Same, I think.
Yeah, not meaningfully different.
Okay, I'm gonna just be in the middle of another fire blast after this. But if I'm up top here, can I angle attacks down with its height and my height?
Yes, absolutely. You leaning over, give me a second. 10 by 10, 5 space up.
I even use my bonus
Yeah.
action to pull him towards me, so to give me a chance at the
Sure.
reach.
I think that will be required. There is a
Yeah,
5-foot gap here
Yeah,
that your
let's do that.
range.
But
Enlarge doesn't
before I
give you
do that,
extra reach, right?
no, it does not.
No,
It's not
you're
5
just
feet.
your size is just going up. So okay.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
I want to
let's do
mind sliver it before I do this. So my first of my
Mind
three
Sliver
attacks.
or Kair.
So I'm gonna bonus action pull, and then I want to do a mind sliver as my first cantrip of my 3 attacks to make him weak on my pull.
Got it. Sorry. Okay. Where Drake int save, right?
Yep, 18.
That's
Does he get?
probably
Is
gonna
this
fail.
one not Bane, Toby?
Correct.
Okay.
That's a fail. So go ahead and roll your Mind Sliver damage, and he'll have a minus D4 on the next thing.
9 psychic.
9 psychic. Perfect. Got it.
All right. Now an 8. No, strength save to see if I can pull him towards me.
Nat 1 minus more. You pull him up in time. He's about to fall, but you just suspend him for long enough to cut him to him twice with Kiramar.
Let's do that. 14. No, wait,
14.
16. 16. I'm wrong.
16 does hit. 16 does hit.
Okay, this is a regular attack plus a D4. And that is 6 plus 5 is 11 damage.
Okay, 11 force damage. Got it.
And then one more regular attack. I gotta roll the die. Nat 19.
Absolutely
and
a
that
hit.
is for max damage, which is 16 plus 5, 21.
21. You heavily bloody the red weredrake with that series of attacks.
Sweet. And then I have like 10 feet of movement left, or I have some movement left. So
and then
I'll just
it sort of collapses the 5 feet that you had suspended it.
That's so cool. Okay. So I'm gonna just move down the hallway a little bit. I'll calculate out to see how much I can do, and I'll just get that done.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know where you want to go. Reaver there is eagerly trying to reach you and chase you down, at least for now. That'll help here. Yep.
Just a super quick question. From seeing these drakes before, have they been taking opportunity attacks or no?
They have not been.
Okay,
They
that's
don't
what I
even
thought.
make any attacks, basically.
They're just breathers.
Yep.
They're mouth breathers.
Toby, it is your turn.
Mouth breather.
It would be... It's easier for me to hit the green, but the red just got damaged a bunch more. So I'm going to take a small risk, but a risk, and go for the red weredrake with a Toll the Dead. Another wisdom saving throw of 19.
Just shy. Go ahead and roll.
Number of 18s that they've rolled.
And I rolled really fucking good. 32 between Radiant and Necrotic.
What?
32. You see this thing leak blood, and even fire spurts from bits of its form as scales are sheared and wilted off. And then it leans over, gasping for air. It is not yet slain, but very near to it.
Toby is fairly hurt and has good range on a bunch of his stuff, so he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Bonus action. I think nothing. Nothing. That's my turn.
Okay. Roulette.
I did that. Okay.
We'll take a swing at the Rojo Draco.
Okay, it's looking incredibly rough.
Mirror light.
15 will just connect.
Oh,
It scrapes against the scales at first, but then finally halfway through the strike, it digs in.
plus a D4.
How do you kill the red weredrake?
He says something sassy. It's getting real
Just
boring.
turned around from killing the white one too, so you're looking super badass.
I honestly don't know which color is my favorite to kill yet. and I will. I'm gonna turn. I'm just gonna swing at the green one.
Okay.
Big womp.
You are welcome to expend a projection if you would like to re-roll.
I know, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
And then I will take a peek up the stairs, and I am just gonna go a 30. Well, no, we'll go 20 feet up, and then 5 feet further away from the railing.
Okay.
So I am going this way, and I am in the air
Okay.
because Roulette is also looking a wee bit hurt. Yeah, I am up. It's action. I don't have any bonus actions. Yeah, I'm up in the air.
Jiri, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move over 5 so that I can get within hydro pump range of this guy, and I will try to blast him.
Okay. Perfect.
Oh,
Gosh,
the way that
dang it.
rolled.
I know. It was almost a 3 plus 8 for 11.
And Roulette is not flanking with me on this guy right here. She's up in
Correct.
the air.
She's above. Yep.
Sorry.
Alright, fuck it. I will fly over to the Reaver and attack him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Advantage on the
Actually,
first.
I'm not gonna get within 5 feet of him. Why would I
Okay.
do such a thing?
Great question. With this, you absolutely have advantage on the first strike as you reveal yourself from your invisibility.
Alright, with advantage.
Oh, it bumped the 20 away.
Yeah, it was close. 28 absolutely hits, and you see as you rush in and slash him from range, he grabs his great axe, hoping, not successfully, to do his retaliation strike, but he's not within range of you, so it was a very good move that you didn't close the distance, because he could have gotten an attack at you. But he'll take the 21, 28. Does he have any? Nope. 28 damage.
Alright, I will attack one more time on him.
Okay, this one will not have advantage.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Absolutely a thorough hit.
29.
Go ahead and give me a total there.
It's like 39.
Yeah, 23, 33. Oh, 35. Yeah, 39. Yep. 39 damage on that one. But this guy's resilient, man. That doesn't even bloody him with those 2 strikes. The first time he's been attacked.
I'll kind of fly over here more and go up so that I am out of melee range, but again,
Yep.
trying to draw his attention towards me.
Okay. Red is dead.
No, red.
Green. Green, it looks up from Roulette. You said you were 20 feet in the air?
Yes, so there should be 5, 10, 15. There's 10 feet of air between us.
Agreed. Yeah, with its height, it can still reach you with its cone, and that's what it's going to do. All the other targets are kind of too difficult to get to right now. So it just looks up directly, inhales, and expels a fumes of poisonous gas and vapor. Con save. Which you're good at. Very good at.
Yeet.
That will be half damage of the poison.
That's
I don't know why that.
second con save.
Hang on. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so 20 reduced to 10 poison damage. You succeed on your concentration, but 10 damage to you. And then you get a glimpse at this thing as it's looking directly up at you. It has very humanoid eyes outside of all the other feral characteristics of it. Kind of off-putting in a way. But it doesn't really, it just kind of cocks its head at you, and it doesn't even look at its nearby surroundings anymore. These things' intellects have been rendered almost inert. They're fully feral, but have bits of humanoid physiology still.
Weird.
That's its turn. Lair action at initiative count 20. Who wants to roll a d4?
Tim.
Ooh, we've gotten different each time.
Nothing sounds worse than the D4 being rolled.
You hear two individuals now trying to shove at the door, and I will grant them a strength check to do so now.
Ooh.
Nat 20 will be enough for the stone slab to fall over and onto the ground, and the door open, revealing two individuals that are able to climb through. A single knight and a single
nice.
soldier, who will quickly roll initiative here.
Everyone has been brought to my 14 initiative, if that helps you place them.
Yeah, give me a second here. I gotta tweak for a second anyway. So Telperion jumping above you then implies... Okay, so then Roulette, what's your dex mod?
All four of us are at initiative count 14, I think.
Sure. Oh, even Roulette. Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause we
Oh,
got
and
pulled up.
Jiri as well?
Was Jiri pulled up in with a tactician thing this combat?
Think so,
Yes.
because he was
Yeah.
last.
He had to have been because he's at 5 and he's right
Yeah, I
after
pulled him
me.
in front of someone else. He had a good turn.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
true.
going another.
Okay. So he'll enter there, and then the soldier will be able to move slightly. Sorry, I got to move them down to access that part of the interface. Soldier will get 17.
Should
and
be in
able to
front of
move.
Telperion.
Yes, indeed. And we'll move
Stemmed
them
us
back.
stemmed enough so we could kill 3 drakes. That's cool.
Yeah.
Worth one
Indeed.
action.
It is top of initial count. Any tactician changes, Telperion?
No.
Okay.
No.
The Reaver will move next. Although his 3 hand axes, tomahawks, laying on the ground over here, he has no ranged options to attack Jiri or Telperion, or even be able to reach Roulette. So what he's going to have to do is dash. He will dash all the way to the Telperion. And with his charge feat, he reaches down with his great axe, and as a bonus action, will attack you,
Oh, wow.
which could avail him of additional damage potentially.
Oh, I thought the +5 was to the attack roll.
24 to hit. So
I'm gonna
he
shield.
is okay. Let me look at this real quick. 83, so he's not bloodied, so that doesn't kick in. You are gonna use the spell shield to bump your AC to 25. Okay, so as he connects,
Yeah.
it just in time prevents him pushing, but then he tries to double down and just thrust through with his second multi-attack.
He can
Second
do
attack.
that?
Well, he's just trying to make another. Oh, I'm sorry. No. My apologies. He didn't
Yeah.
use his multi-attack. It was just a bonus action attack. So yeah, so you defend yourself against the only attack he was able to make. Perfect. He is frustrated, not able to injure you. You successfully defend. That's all he can do there. Except he will breathe deeply and reset his state of mind, regaining some hit points.
Is that a bonus action?
Shit! Yeah, you're so right. He can't do that. I'm fucked up with his action economy.
You
this
got
turn.
greedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh,
Yeah, he had
yeah,
to expend a lot of action economy just to get to you. That'll be his turn. Drasting Soldier then will move forward, see Jiri floating up ahead, cock, aim, and actually he can't move to do that. So he will sacrifice movement to aim and fire, but Jiri with Investiture Wind, he'll have disadvantage on you, right? So his advantage will cancel out your disadvantage. So it'll be a straight crossbow bolt heading your way. 17, I don't think will hit you.
Nope.
So as the bolt gets close to you, your investiture of wind just deflects it to an angle. That's all he's going to do. Telperion, you are up.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
did you say no to any tactician movements this round? I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
I feel bad, but sometimes, like, I don't know. If you guys don't speak up, I don't always
No.
know if you're in.
The thing that I'm saying, it wouldn't have made sense because I was going to say move me before you, but we didn't know where the Reaver was going, so never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tactician is at top of the round even before Lair act at 20, so yeah.
How is he looking?
The Reaver, it's significantly damaged, not yet bloodied.
Took like 50 plus, like
He's got a lot of health.
I think he's got like 100 something HP, but not left. But we chunked.
Yeah,
through.
He is by far the highest hit point count of the Wraith Watch.
I'm gonna do a regular. Hang on. I'm gonna do a regular swing at him to start. One regular, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
20, 19 that.
Absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
19 damage.
19 damage, and he will grunt in pain, but then grin and say, "My turn," and will retaliate with a single great axe hit.
You've had enough turns, little man. Fucking
22
Christ.
to hit.
Yep.
And because you had bloodied him with your strike, his additional slashing damage does kick in under half health. That's 27 slashing damage to you with that hit.
Screw it. I'll just shield again.
Okay. Another charge expended.
Yeah. Okay. And no. Really not him. I'm going to use a mind sliver on him.
Okay. Int.
Yep.
-1 modifier for a total of 6. So that's a fail.
And he's got a negative D4. That's 11 psychic.
Wow. Very nice hit.
And then with my last attack action, I'm gonna get over here, and I'd like to. I mean, is he 5 feet from? Can I shove attack him off of the banister?
You can try. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Yeah. I'm rolling with
Do
advantage
athletics
for my
as well.
enlarged state.
Yes, that's true. That is absolutely true.
He rolled good.
He did roll very good.
Well, he loses 4 from the sliver, and then I rolled a 26.
You succeed. You kind of lock arms with him, and him being smaller than you, it shouldn't be this hard, but he's doing a impressive job of resisting, but then you just channel more surge and thrust him from the balcony. He'll need to make a dex check, acrobatics. He's not proficient, so just dex. That'll be a success. He'll take half the damage of the fall and not be prone. But does take an additional little bit of damage. And he's heavily bloodied at this point.
Can I try something? With my bonus action of pushing, in the act of like throwing him off, could I like push his body to like propel him a little further in the air to fuck with his athletic or like landing check?
Just because you described it that way, or are you investing any version of a resource?
Push. Like so.
Okay, so you'll utilize that basically immediately after your push. Interesting. Yeah.
Like make it harder for him to get his feet as he's landing.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to make a strength save against that, but if he fails, I can give his acrobatics disadvantage. How about that?
Sure.
Strength save against Kair, yes?
Yeah, for 18. But maybe he's sweet.
He will fail, so he'll get disadvantage, so I'm gonna roll one more acrobatics check.
Only a +2.
That will be a fail. So, and I'll actually move him back one more space as the extra momentum and push does knock him prone, does cause him to take slightly more damage as well. Another -2. He's prone on the ground, so you were successful with that effort.
Yeah, say see you later in his mind. And then I have some movement still. So I think I'm gonna start strafing back the north. So I'll just so I probably moved 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And I'll hang out in front of that doorway with my. Actually, I'll go one stop to buy. Or I don't want to provoke him again.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Toby.
So lovingly presented to me, this Wraithwatch dude is a little actually scarier than the Screen Dragon right now. So I am going to make him the target of a Toll the Dead. Wisdom save
Okay.
19. Nice.
That'll fail. He'll try to Indomitable it. Oh, it almost was at it, but that is a fail. That is a fail. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. 21 between Necrotic and Radiant.
Okay. A very impactful hit, but he's not down and out yet.
I have 2 of these.
Shields out of me because I was only getting swung at, and I only blocked like 1 attack each time, and now I'm down to 1 shield left. So I can't wait to watch this guy's head explode.
Toby's gonna come down here with his shield out, and that's my turn.
Okay. Roulette. Can you do a third dragon in a row?
I
Yeah,
could.
please.
1, 2, 3, 15 over and then 15 down. So I am
Okay.
5 feet off the air or off the ground, and I will be swinging down at the Reaver.
The Reaver. Okay. Go ahead and roll
The
advantage.
first swing. First swing, because then I'll kill him with my nat 20 that I'm gonna roll because I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Advantage.
Mirrorlight Blade at click advantage.
So close.
Close. Absolutely
28.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
This plus 1d4.
Wow.
Break
Ooh.
30. Hey, 31.
More than 30. How do you kill the Reaver with this slash?
Amazing.
Well done, Telperion. Well done,
I
Relay.
feel like I'm. Oh no! I feel like I 15 feet over. I deactivate the boots and then I just like link sword down. into his
Amazing.
face.
Amazing.
With my like 8-foot. No, it's like a 10-foot long blade at this point. And then I will turn around and I will use my second swing on the Drake, not at advantage.
Correct.
Ah!
That's not going to do it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I will not use any of my things. That's action. That's bonus. I didn't use bonus action, but I don't have any bonus actions. Nope, that's it. End of turn.
End of list.
Jiri, you are up.
Hydroblast, the guy in front.
Okay.
No.
I think 14 might just save-ish.
Yeah. And I will fly down within 10 feet of this guy, and I will smack him. Actually, I am going to place a 15 by 15 cube
Yeah.
right behind them and try to push them off this balcony.
We blocked them with stone and wind.
Con saves, right?
Yes.
Drastian Knight. Con is good. Soldier is not as good. That's a fail on both of their parts. They will be knocked 10 feet back, but that does not threaten to move them off the balcony, but they are slammed against the balcony railing and take the full brunt of the damage. So 16 to the knight, 10 to the soldier. Okay. Meaningful bit of
I
AoE
will
damage.
be 15 feet off the ground right in front of the door,
Okay.
trying to threaten them.
Perfect. If that will cede your turn, it'll be the knight's turn next. Who doesn't have a great ranged option. /0 ranged option. Which means what? All he can hope
shakes
to
his
do. Yeah, pretty much. He does have a spear, which does have a ranged option. It's just not great. So he'll move up, angle it upward, and Jiri, he'll throw one spear and retrieve a second and throw two spears at you. They're both ranged attack rolls, so I think they have disadvantage on you per your investiture.
I'm also just picturing him throwing these spears directly straight up in the air.
Pretty much. Into a tornado.
Yeah.
13's not going to do it. And 17 I don't think is going to do it either.
Nope.
I brought spears to a wind fight.
So both of them miss you, hit the ceiling and or wall behind you, and kind of clatter back down to the ground near him for him to potentially retrieve for next time. But he misses with both those strikes. And that's his turn. Green Dragon. One more breath at roulette. Con save, please. That will actually fail.
Boo! Big boo!
But a terrible roll with two ones
yeah.
involved for only 9 points of poison damage, and you absolutely maintain your concentration.
I am absolutely at 25% health.
Same.
Okay. Top of initiative. Who wants to roll the final possible lair action D4?
I think it's
I'll
Steve's
roll it.
turn.
I haven't rolled it yet. I would like a 3, because that's the only one we haven't gotten yet. I'll take a 1.
Nothing happens. Okay.
Oh, if I
Reaver's
rolled it,
turn.
I didn't want a 3.
Reaver's turn. He is dead. Soldier's turn. He missed Jiri, and I think is
I can
not
make a change.
compelled. Oh yeah, you can make a change. Yeah, you're welcome to.
Does anybody want to go early in our turns, Jerry? Like another AOE thing before we find
Yeah, I
out
could try to knock
maybe?
them off the balcony so you guys could beat them
Yeah,
up on the ground.
I'll send Jerry up before me then.
Okay. Jiri moved up to Telperion. Jiri, you're on deck for now. The Drasting soldier cocks aims his crossbow, but reprioritizes not at you, and he'll shoot the big lumbering woman over down next to the green Weredrake.
Lumbering woman.
Yep. So attack with advantage against you, as he'll burn his bonus action and movement to aim. Crossbow. 24, I think should do it.
Yes.
Only 4 piercing damage and concentration save, please.
Do I have resistance to that for any reason? I don't think I do.
I don't think so.
Being big makes you feel like you should.
I know, but it just makes you a bigger target.
That'll success on your concentration. That'll be it for the soldier. Jiri, it is your turn.
I will blast these guys again and try to send them off the balcony once again.
They are both at risk of that with their current position. So, Knight con save.
Ooh.
Gonna be a fail, and then soldier con save.
Wow.
2 nat ones.
Oh my
Automatically blasted off
They
the
get
balcony. I'm moving them farther than what looks like 10 feet. but it's just because
decapitated
of
by the
verticality.
balcony.
15 on the knight. 13 on the soldier. Bloodying the soldier. Both of them will make acrobatics checks. Soldier. Knight. Both of them will succeed on the acrobatics, taking only half and not being knocked prone from the fall. Taking 2 points of damage each from that fall, but catching themselves. Both of them have been bloodied, but they are not prone. Okay, that was your Jiri's action, bonus action, movement.
I'll
Otherwise,
just fly, just kind of keeping up with over the top of them.
okay. Telperion, you're next.
Sweet. Okay, so I want to use the stairs to my advantage because Topirian knows he's not able to land well. Like he knows his weakness here. So what he and I are trying to do is get him descended quickly without making an acrobatics check. So what I'd like to do is like go this way and then like just jump down if that's not as much of a descent, you know?
Absolutely. It's just it'll burn an extra 5 feet of movement to vault that thing.
Okay. Without difficult terrain, I just want to, as Yukata wearing, I don't know if something like that is
it'll still hinder you by 5 feet. It's not difficult terrain, really. It's just a climb of 5 feet that's required there.
That sounds good. So my other thing that I'd like to do is I want to flank on this green thing. So just looking at angles, if I am here and we're all big and I'm angling down with roulette there, I mean, I have one push pull to get myself what I need. So I'm just like, can you help me see like, with us being big, I don't know how the physics are working as well, but like if I pull him towards me or if I push roulette further out right now, because I can push her there and then I can stand here.
Tactically, it's too close to the wall for anyone to occupy the space behind it at your guys' size. So pushing roulette doesn't buy you much, but before you start moving and running, pulling the Weredrake is available.
Okay. So, and these things are pretty strong, right? Oh,
but it's got Bane on it.
Sweet. So I'm not gonna burn a Mind Sliver then. I'm just gonna hope that actually, I will Mind Sliver. I just really want to get to whale on this thing.
Then it has
so 18 instave first. Hell yeah.
-3 on the instave. That's a healthy fail. So go ahead and roll damage for Mind Sliver. How many?
12 psychic.
-12. Nice. It is bloodied from that.
And then it pulls 5 feet towards me. Strength save 18.
Okay, so
me and MK will
roll a d4. Toby roll a d4. Toby's is 3.
Got another
-1 from me.
Oh! The only number that I think would have worked there, it is not pulled.
Boo.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Well, Roulette can get flanking with me, and I'm going to get down there. So I will do my initial plan then to go like that, burning a little more. And if I get there, am I big enough? So that's 25 feet to get to the bottom of his foot. I think that's, yeah. 25, okay. And then I will swing down at him with just a regular attack.
Perfect, yep.
18.
Definitely hits.
That is a 8 plus 5, 8 plus 13.
You slash at its neck, and just a spray of poisonous fumes sort of jettisons into the air harmlessly.
And then we'll do one more of this.
Okay.
25.
Absolutely hit.
With another 13 damage.
Okay. It's starting to look real rough.
It's just so low right now. That was bonus action and 3 attacks, and so I have 15 feet to move up. So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, and stay there.
Okay. Toby.
Thank you for setting up my second dragon kill. I'm already.
You know what? If all I'm doing is setting up your dragon kills, I'm happy.
I'm already within my range. So yeah, I'm just gonna start with a wisdom saving throw from it for Toll the Dead, -2.
Let's see that.
Fail.
3d12 plus a d8. 12, 16, 18 damage.
It takes it.
Damn.
It screams in pain, and you see the familiar thing, just like poisonous ichor seeping out of its ears and eye orifices.
Okay, I don't want these guys to try and shoot at me, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
All of us are trying to avoid the damage so hard.
Point of note, Roulette, you used your Wisp of Wildfire, so you have a heroic inspiration available to you. And
that's true. I forgot about that as well. Yep, absolutely.
It's 8 hours.
Oh, wow.
And the heroic inspiration, I think you just have it until you use it.
I think that's true.
Maybe
unless it specifies that it lasts for 8 hours or something in the Wisp of Wildfire. But also, as a note, It's not a luck point. A Heroic Inspiration is to grant yourself advantage on a thing you do.
On a d20 test.
Got
Yeah.
it.
That's Toby's turn. Roulette, it is your turn.
Dang it. I wanted it. I didn't roll.
I
super
know
good.
you did. But I too do not want to be next to these things.
You gotta delete this guy first, though.
So I'm gonna go.
Jeer, you're on cleanup duty.
Nah, I'm gonna stay right where I am for the moment. And we're gonna pick 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 on the dragon, and then 6 and 7. And I'm gonna use the glaive to shoot out 7 coins, on those spots. So 5 here, the 5th one aiming at the dragon,
Okay.
and then 6 and 7 each at one of the guard, the guard and the knight.
Okay. That's a dex save from all of them, yes?
Yeah. So first a dex save from all 3 of them.
-2 for the Drake.
I think there's a chance the knight saves, but a 14 on the Drake and then a 5 on the soldier, I assume is fail.
15
So
is the DC.
So the
Okay.
Drake still fails because he had -2.
100%. So how much
Uh,
damage are they taking? And I know
I'll
they're
tell you in a
electrocuted.
second because
Okay.
so two of them failed.
Yeah, one stuck, I think, to the Drake and one stuck to the soldier.
The knight gets to make another dexterity saving throw, DC 15 again,
Right away or at the start of his turn?
right away when the line appears.
Okay.
I'll
That's right.
explain it.
Because
explain it
because
in
they're going to automatically take damage. He might not. That's right.
Correct. Well, he's gonna take half. If he
Yeah.
half or all, yeah.
Noise.
Fail on avoiding the line, but
So
one's
they
not
all
stuck.
take. Does this get my +5 for Dragoon or no? gonna say
Great
no.
question.
I don't think it does because it's not a spell.
I agree. It's not a spell or an attack roll you're making. It's a contraption you made. So yeah, I'm gonna say no.
So fucking Christ. They all take 9 damage, lose their reactions.
Does the knight lose the reaction? He just wasn't stuck with it, but he still failed the save against the line.
If you fail the dexterity saving throw against the line, you lose your reaction. And then if you enter it for the first time, or if you end your turn there,
It nearly kills all 3 of them, but their reactions are burned, and they are struggling to right themselves as electricity is coursing through their body.
that is my action. I have no bonus action. I am going to be 20 feet in the air.
Okay, you expended 7 gold to use that, or
Yes,
you usually expend it when you fill it, right? Or-
Yes, I expended to fill it, and then yeah.
Perfect. If that'll do it for Roulette, it'll be the knight's turn. No reaction available, but he will immediately push through a space that technically has line in it. Does he?
Oh no!
does he
So
force
I
to make
think
it
he's
again?
fine because it's like you're moving through a wall of fire. Like you're not taking new damage. So he's
He's
fine.
in it and just moving out of it. So okay, so no future additional save. He moves this direction, but has no real targets. And wasn't able to pick up his spear either. So he grabs his long sword and holds it up dutifully and stands there.
Brave.
The dragon, less noble, will make one likely final exhalation of energy at Roulette up above. It's kind of locked on to you for some
Yeah,
reason.
I know.
Well, you have your short rest heal still in the pocket, so that's really juicy if he keeps focusing you.
Really good roll, but you had a success. 12 damage, and then you hang on to concentration. 12 poison.
We are low, ladies and gentlemen. We are low.
Below 20 or below 10?
Below 20. This large woman is breathing heavy.
And the soldier looks around in fear. He'll kill us if we fail anyway. Jiri, it is your turn.
Does he have disadvantage on that attack?
Jesus. You advantage on that.
Gonna say
That's
no.
brutal. That's brutal.
Auto Hydro Pump the Green Dragon.
Okay.
-4. -4.
-4 means 11, which means a fail, I believe.
Big
Oh
fail.
my god.
Jiri, how much damage? It had 4 health left.
No. Dream
You
squander.
do not quite kill it, but you near drown it and knock it to the ground. There is barely any breath in its lungs anymore, and all the puncture wounds and various injuries it's taken, poisonous air is just escaping from all parts of its physiology. How do you gut the Weredrake?
I'll just fly on down and like pogo stick sword, jump on the hilt with my feet, and then sword blade straight down into his chest.
Thing.
Very sick. A puff of poison around you, but it does not injure you. Get up to your face. It is slain, and you have an attack available left.
And I will attack that guy. I'm 10 feet away.
Okay.
Ooh.
As you
20, just 20
as-
damage.
As you rear back, but before you strike true, the knight, who's dutifully holding his sword up, just says, "God's willing. Let you have a chance before you strike through." And how do you kill that knight, Jiri, with that damage?
Pogo stick bounce, and then I will turn that into a front flip sword blade just pointing outwards, and I will just chop this dude clean in half.
Beautiful.
He falls into halves, and no one comes from the war room next. And you guys have a moment to collect yourself and potentially consider your next moves before you move forward. And that will do it for the session today. Thanks for going a little bit long. Knowing that next, as indicated here on the map, you guys are welcome to go to the terrace.